Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Concordia Stadium as we present to you this football matchup, Friday Night Lights edition between the Concordia Stingers and the Varéor de l'Université de Sherbrooke. My name is Maxime Cadet. I am joined with Blake Saraga. Thank you all for joining us on this Friday evening for Seniors Night for the Concordia Stingers, as it's a big game between Concordia and Sherbrooke. Sherbrooke can solidify a playoff spot with a win. Meanwhile, Concordia would not get eliminated, a win or a loss. But if they want to give themselves a shot to finish in third place, a win this evening against Sherbrooke will be ideal, Blake.
100%, Max. And you know what? Like I said before the game, this is our home opener on the broadcast, so it's so nice for you guys to be here with us for the first time this season. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we will. And you're right, it is a massive game for both sides. Concordia has the opportunity to play disruptor to the Sherbrooke Varéor tonight, and that is what they're going to want to do to end the season on a good note at home.
Sherbrooke entered this game 2-4. Concordia are 1-5. A lot of scenarios can still play out here before this game begins. But we'll start with a bit of previews on both sides. The defense has been an issue for the Varéor and for Concordia combined, allowing a lot of yards, so this could be a very big offensive game. Sherbrooke did beat Concordia 26-13 the previous time these two met at the Université de Sherbrooke. So right now, Sherbrooke holds the tiebreaker. Concordia, to get the tiebreaker over the Varéor, would have to beat Sherbrooke by over 13 points.
Yep, and Sherbrooke's coming off a pretty bad game on the offensive side of the ball. They lost 43-2 against Montreal, who's in first place right now. And Sherbrooke, coming into Stinger Stadium, they have a lot to prove on offense. Concordia has playmakers. They have William Gastonguay, who's leading the league in tackles. They have a bunch of guys who can make stops like Mendel Joseph. So you know what? Concordia really has to just disrupt that offense and not turn the ball over when they're on that side of the field.
Concordia coming into this game defensively, only 3 interceptions to boot. So the defense, the takeaways have not been a favor to them. A -5 differential for the Concordia Stingers. On the other side for Sherbrooke, while they have allowed a lot of points per game, the turnover differential for them is at +5. So that's a fantastic, +4, pardon me. So they are first in the league when it comes to the turnover differential. So able to keep the ball, not take a lot of turnovers on their side. And what's coming in for them are the forced fumbles. That is the main thing for Sherbrooke, being able to punch the ball out, whether it be from a running back or a wide receiver.
And you're talking about forced fumbles. One name comes to mind. Benjamin Perron, number 15 on the Varéor, has four forced fumbles this year. Their defense hasn't been great, but they have individual playmakers that are able to take the ball away from opposing teams. So if their defensive front could come together and disrupt the Stingers' offensive line, they're going to be able to get to the quarterback and force even more turnovers than they have this season so far, and that's including forced fumbles. So it's something the Stingers are really going to have to watch out for today.
Just under 7 minutes until kickoff here at Concordia Stadium as the Sherbrooke Varéor face off against the Concordia Stingers. As you mentioned, it is Seniors Night here at Concordia Stadium, celebrating the seniors that are in potentially their final year with the football program. A big list this year. Blake, looking at it right now, over a dozen Concordia Stingers on the Seniors Night list. One name that I'm immediately looking is in that defensive front. We keep talking Christopher Cyril and Loïc Gagné, 2 names that will be important in that linebacker slot. But one other big name, and a guy that has performed very well when it comes to tackling, is William Gastonguay, the wheelback, 40.5 tackles in this season so far. That is tied for first in the RSCQ when it comes to tackles in the football category.
And you talk about having so many seniors that aren't going to be on the team next year. You talk about William Gastonguay, Loïc Gagné, these guys that just bring so much juice to the defensive side of the ball. Next year, you're going to have to look for playmakers to step up and replace those players and step up in the big moments. We have the Morissette brothers that were so good last year on the defensive side of the ball, and those are just a couple guys who are going to step up in the absence of William Gastonguay next year when he's not playing that will linebacker position. One
player that we expect to still be here next year and has been very good when it comes to the cornerback role is Mendel Joseph. 4 pass breakups, including 1 interception so far in the RSCQ. That is first in the league. A very good cornerback that being Mendel Joseph, and we'll see if he can make an impact as well on defense.
Win or lose, the Concordia Stingers secondary has one common thing. No matter what, Mendel Joseph is always making plays. Whether the Stingers are playing well or they're playing poorly, Mendel Joseph is always stepping up, breaking up passes. He has an interception this year. We'll see what he could do tonight to limit the play of Jeremy Pfeiffer and that Verheyor offense.
As Blake mentioned, Jeremy Fife is the starting quarterback for the Verheyor. One big change for Sherbrooke is Maxime Brousseau is not available for the Verheyor. A big piece in the wide receiver core for Sherbrooke is out. Maxence Frenière, the number 86, is replacing him as one of the wide receivers for Sherbrooke. So we'll see if others, Marc-André Shaw being one of the main wide receivers, he's going to have a big night here for the Verheyor. But looking at Duas-Farrar, Desrosiers, Deslongchamps, and Deblois, other players are going to have to step up here to take back the role that Maxime Brousseau is not going to be able to provide them this evening.
And there's also a chance that they lean on the run game, right, with Martel Joseph. So he's leading the league, one of the leaders in the league. He's fourth in rushing right now. So you know what? When one of your receivers goes down, you lean to the running game. And if you could run the football well and you could play good defense, oftentimes that'll lead to wins. Concordia and Sherbrooke are going to have to follow a similar type of formula tonight.
Now, we talk a lot about the defense, and that is because in the coin toss, Concordia won the coin toss, but I've decided to defer, which means Sherbrooke will be the one that will receive to start. They'll be going from right to left from our vantage point, and Concordia will be going from left to right. So Sherbrooke will start with the ball. Concordia will start on defense. But we can take a couple seconds here to talk about the Concordia offense. Xavier Tremblay is starting for the Concordia Stingers. Antoine Ouimet is the backup. Tremblay, unfortunately for him, not having the greatest of seasons. 8 interceptions to his name. But the season is not over. There's still some regular season games to be played, and this could be a get-right game for Xavier Tremblay.
Oh, 100%. He only has 2 touchdown passes compared to those 8 interceptions, but we've seen his rushing prowess throughout these couple years. Last year when he was backing up Olivier Roy, we would use him, Stingers would use him on those plays in the red zone, on those design quarterback runs, and he did have a rushing touchdown last week in the game against McGill when Concordia won their only game of the season. He had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown, so if Concordia is going to win, they're going to need their quarterback to play that dual threat role.
Frank Chembe, the starting running back for Concordia, over 60 yards on average per game. So decent production for Frank Chembe. If they can lock him there as well, that will help with the dual threat of Tremblay or Chembe on the run. Couple option plays could be used there, Blake, so that'll be interesting to see. And then when it comes to the wide receivers, the main man that I am looking at for Concordia is Oriol Poirier. 2 touchdown passes caught, and just behind him as well, Elie Rivet with 2 touchdowns of his own. So those 2 are going to be main wide receivers to focus on for Xavier Tremblay if he wants to build confidence as this game progresses.
Oh yeah, Poirier leading the room, leading the receiver room in the receiving yards. I believe he has over 300 yards this year. And
he does.
Concordia just needs playmakers at the receiver position. It's been a problem for the past few years now. Olivier Roy in the past has struggled finding open receivers, and Xavier Tremblay kind of having that same issue this year. So if Poirier could step up and continue to have a great game after having a great season, then Concordia has a chance today if they don't decide to lean on the run game early.
And the Stingers come out of the tunnel after celebrating the seniors. They're on their way towards midfield as we are moments away from kickoff between Concordia and Sherbrooke. A reminder, the stakes of this game are as follows. A win and you're in is the situation for the Verheyor. For Concordia, a win helps their case to make the playoffs, but it would not solidify it just yet. A loss would not eliminate them from playoffs as they do play McGill next week, and a win against McGill would eliminate the Redbirds and put Concordia in that 4th place spot and qualify them for playoffs. So that is what is up at stake this evening. Your referees are as follows. Yvan Gatien, is your head referee. Daniel Sinercia is your umpire. Field judge Marc-André Daigneault. Back judge Brian Podwalski. Side judge Richard Gagné. Down judge Jean-Christophe Côté. Line judge Julien Girard. And the supervisor is Bernard Daigneault. We'll go to the middle of the stadium. We'll go to the national anthem, and then we'll get you to kickoff as it's Concordia and Sherbrooke here at Concordia Stadium. Moments away from kickoff here at Concordia Stadium between Concordia and Sherbrooke. Blake, first defensive possession for Concordia just before kickoff. What do you want to see in the first couple plays?
I want to see a big hit right away, right off the gate. During the kickoff return, you need to bring the energy. You need to bring the passion. You said it, Max. This isn't technically a must-win game, but when pride is on the line here, which it is tonight, it is absolutely a must-win game. You want to make Sherbrooke uncomfortable right away, early, out the gate. Let them know where they're playing tonight. Let them know they're at Stinger Stadium and that this isn't going to be an easy win by any means.
Dante Maglioccio will be the one kicking it off for Concordia. On the return, it is Thomas Desrosiers along with Freud Jean-Ernst César. Sherbrooke placed themselves for the kickoff. Same thing for Concordia. Reminder, Sherbrooke will be going from right to left. Concordia will be going from left to right. Concordia deferred on the coin toss, which means Sherbrooke is starting with the ball this evening. Thank you all once again for joining us on this Friday Night Lights edition of Concordia Football here at Concordia Stadium. Mexican Blake Saraga with you. As Concordia gets set, it is Stingers versus Sherbrooke as the kick is underway. A line drive kick will find Desrosiers at the 5-yard line, and he'll move to his left. Desrosiers at the 15, now crossing the 20, and he will get tackled just before the 20-yard line at around the 16, and that is where the Varéard and Jeremy Fife will start their first drive.
Great tracking there by Nelson Tawa, number 44. Made sure not to let the return man slip away, crowding him, not giving him too much space. And there you go, Sherbrooke starting in the 15-yard line now, and that's exactly where Stingers want them.
It's Jeremy Fife in at quarterback here for the Varéard. Running back Jonathan Martel-Joseph. 3 receivers, 2 Fifes right, 1 to his left. The 1 receiver to his left is Calumet Dubois-Ferrar. Snap taken, will go to Martel-Joseph on the run. He'll cut to his right side, cut a couple tackles, and break all the way about to the 25-yard line. It'll be second down and short about 2 yards, an 8-yard run there from Martel-Joseph.
There's a reason why Martel-Joseph is 4th in the league in rushing. He saw a hole, he didn't hesitate, he went right through and was able to get a couple yards after contact. Great first play there for the Varéard.
A good first run and something to set the tone as well for the run game for the Varéard. We'll see if they decide to continue on that path or they decide to go for a play-action play potentially. 1 receiver to Fife's left, 3 to his right once again. Martel-Joseph in at running back will slot himself on Fife's left side. Fife takes a snap. We'll hand it off to Martel-Joseph. He'll cut towards the left side, breaks 1 tackle. He'll reach the 40-yard line and will get tackled at around the 40.
Great.
About 10-yard run there and a first down, and it's back-to-back big run plays, Blake.
Yeah, just great patience there by Martel Joseph. He took his time. Again, found the gap that the offensive line created for him, and he just took it. Nothing fancy, straight downhill running. Another 10 yards for the Verreal, and that's a first down.
Castonguay on the tackle. We mentioned during pregame one of the leaders in tackle in the league, but unfortunately tackling Martel Joseph after already the big gain.
He's very active legs. He's very hard to bring down by the legs.
First down here for the Verreal. Ball at the 35. Snap goes to Jeremy Fife, but whistle sounds, and we're going to have a false start here on Sherbrooke. It's going to lead to a 1st and 15 here, so the Verreal will back up a couple yards.
Yeah, it was a low snap there by Morin. Good job by Fife not dropping that ball. And the false start's going to put them back. Kind of puts a damper on what they've done so far on the offensive side on the ball. Those 2 big run plays there. Now they're going to be drawn back a little bit. We'll see if they lean on the run one more time.
It's a double run back set for the Verreal as Fred-Jean César has subbed in here. So 2 running backs behind Jeremy Fife. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Keep an eye out on Marc-André Shaw. Starting from the back, he'll go on a running start. In motion is Dubois-Farrar. Ball headed off to Martel Joseph. He's found a hole once again, breaks a couple tackles, and he'll get tackled at the 45-yard line. 14-yard run, almost getting it all back in one fell swoop, Blake.
And look,
and already a fantastic start for Martel Joseph, already over 30 yards rushing.
just unreal play by number 23 there. Just talking about how he's tough to bring down by the legs. You could tell that he works on the high knees in practice because players jumping at his feet just to bring him down. Takes 2 or 3 of them just to do anything when he's running down the lane like that. And over 30 rushing yards on the first drive is just so impressive.
Question becomes, when does Jeremy Fife decide to pass it? 2 running backs still again behind Jeremy Fife. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He'll hand the ball off to Martel Joseph again. This time he'll get stuffed. Barely 2 yards at that. It will be 2nd down and long here for Sherbrooke, and we'll most likely see finally a pass.
And that's a huge play for the Stingers' defensive line. If you're not going to be able to stop the run, then why should the Verreal stop running? If Martel Joseph is going to get an easy 5 yards every play, then they're going to keep running the ball. So the Stingers really have to put their foot down here, and that's exactly what they did, forcing the 2nd and long.
Unfortunately, you do get the stop, but you do get a man down. That's Emilio Vidali for Concordia, number 99. 2 sacks for Vidali this season. One of the main stars on the offensive line getting to the quarterback, but now down on the ground. Hopefully he'll be able to get back up and be able to continue to play. So got a bit of a breather here between both teams. We'll give both coaches some time to reflect on what they want to do. Head coach for the Verreal, Kevin Régimbal-Gagné. Offensive coordinator is Maxime Gauthier. Head coach for Concordia, reminder, Brad Collinson. And the defensive coordinator, Paul-Eddy Saint-Villien. Training staff looking after Emilio Vidali. Always wish toughness and grit, but never wish injuries on either side, so hopefully he'll be okay. 2nd down here, Blake, for Concordia. Is it blitz, or do they just try to play a bit safe here and just try to shut down the pass?
I mean, we talk about being aggressive to come out the gates, especially when you're playing at home. A Friday Night Lights game, you really want to set the tone. Jeremy Fife barely has 800 passing yards on the year. He's not been throwing the ball well this season. So if you could blitz him, force him to make a quick throw, maybe that's the call. Don't give him any room to breathe.
Sherbrooke putting themselves in the bunch huddle just to make sure that they'll be ready immediately when everything gets set. Vidali is back sitting up here. That's good news, and back to his feet. So good sign there for Concordia. We'll see if he'll be able to continue, but he'll miss at least the next 3 plays. That per rule, off an injury. So ball set at the 47-yard line of Sherbrooke. A good drive so far for the Verreal, but if Concordia can stop them and force them to a punt, all things considered, Concordia will take it, Blake.
Oh, 100%. And you got to be happy that you see Emilio Vidali getting up under his own power there. Such a huge piece to this Concordia defense. So the fact that he didn't need any help to get off the field there is huge, and hopefully after a few plays he could come back.
2nd down for the Verreal. Concordia showing blitz here. Three receivers to Fife's right, one to his left. They'll fake the handoff. Now they'll pass off for Earl Cesar. Can he break a couple tackles? No, he cannot. He gets swallowed up in the back around the 40-yard line.
And that was just great play recognition there by the Stingers. They knew it was a screen pass. Fife was not looking deep whatsoever there and passed it off to the slot back. And Concordia, just great job at stuffing that play, and it's going to be a punt for the Verreaux.
Actually, pardon me, Blake. This is my mistake. I thought that it was second down, but no, it was second down before, but it was first down. Now it's second down for the Verreaux. My apologies. Second
Either
down,
way, a great play.
Second down and long for the Verreaux. Two receivers, two Fifes left, two to his right, two running backs. And it's Martel Joseph running as a wide receiver. Fife with pressure. He'll be able to run. He'll break out in midfield. He'll cut towards his right side. Pass about the 50 and will get tackled right around the 45 of Concordia. A mad scramble for Jeremy Fife, but manages to gain over 20 yards on the run. And it's a first down for Sherbrooke in Concordia territory.
Just a great run by Fife. If there's nobody open, then just go do it yourself. Take it down, right down the heart of the defense. And you know what? I feel like the Stingers and the Verreaux have a very similar team makeup right now. Both their offenses have been struggling, and both their quarterbacks do have that dual threat ability. So it's going to be a good one tonight.
Officially a 21-yard run for Jeremy Fife. Puts him at the 45 of Concordia. Two receivers to Fife's right now, one in motion. That being Dubois-Farrar. Snap given to Martel Joseph. He finds another hole, breaks the first line, and he'll get tackled right around the 37. So an 8-yard run for Martel Joseph once again. Second down and short coming up for the Verreaux.
Concordia's run defense is really, really struggling right now. There hasn't been a passing play that has worked for the Verreaux, but it doesn't matter. They've been leaning on the run, and it's been working. Concordia really has to figure things out.
Verreaux going to heavy package. Cédric Larouche being subbed in here for the Verreaux. Martel Joseph staying at running back. Cesar subbed off. Three receivers to Fife's left, one to his right. Does Sherbrooke decide to pass or continue with the run game, which has worked fantastically so far in this first drive of the game? Fife takes the snap. Will fake the handoff. He'll go for a pass towards the middle, and it's knocked away, batted out of the air by Concordia, and it's third down. And we'll see if the field goal unit will come on or not, but a great defensive play by Concordia to shut that down. Third down upcoming for the Verreaux.
That was a fantastic pass breakup by the secondary. Fife was looking downfield. He had a man. He wasn't open. He was covered by two defenders there, and that would have been huge for the Verreaux. Concordia, great breakup, and now big second down play for the Verreaux. They've managed to chew over 6 minutes off the clock.
It's a field goal attempt here for Lambert. About a 44-yard attempt here for the Verreaux kicker. Jacob Lambert on the kick. Dubois-Farrar on the hold. Good snap, holds good. Kick is up. It's holding up in the air, and it is good for Jacob Lambert, 44 yards. That's his longest kick of the season. 40 yards was his previous record.
Just going to say that's a little bit out of his range there, but great composure for the kicker. It looked a little wide right, ended up going right through, and that's a big way to get the lead for the Verreaux. Like I just mentioned, almost 7 minutes now off of the clock on just one drive. Concordia, an opportunity to answer and take away the lead if they can make a touchdown.
So Sherbrooke strikes first offensive drive here coming up for Concordia. Xavier Tremblay with two receivers to his right, three to his left. Frank Chembe in at running back. They'll hand the ball to Chembe. Can he find a hole? No, he cannot. Immediately swallowed up at the 35. No yards, or one at that if they'll be generous. It's second down and long coming up.
Concordia is starting the game with what they do best, running the football. Chembe is going to need a lot of carries to get going in this game. You want to feed him the ball as much as you can. He's been effective this year. Concordia is definitely looking to lean on the run, just like the Verreaux have been doing.
Second down and long here, so maybe a pass coming out, unfortunately, for Concordia. It cannot necessarily prep their run game, but we'll see how the passing game goes here for Xavier Tremblay. Three receivers to his left, two to his right. They'll fake the snap. Go again. Tremblay looking towards his right side. Now he'll go for a scramble. Has to move out of the pocket. There's flags on the play. He'll move all the way towards the 40-yard line, about a 6-yard run, but it will be flag on the play, holding most likely as it came in the backfield, and holding is the call. And we'll reset here. We'll see if they decide if we'll make it 3rd down or keep it to 2nd down and long. It looks like Sherbrooke has decided to accept the penalty and push Concordia even further back.
It's an interesting move there for Sherbrooke. One might say just take the punt and get the ball back, but if they believe that they could cause some havoc here on a 2nd and longer, then, and it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Kevin Gagné decided to better judgment to go for a punt instead. It was going to be 3rd down nonetheless.
Exactly. That's the right move, 100%. You're getting the ball back either way. Why give Concordia a chance to make something happen on 2nd and long?
Nathan Pronovo will be the one to kick it away. Martel Joseph will be the one on the return here for the Varéor. So 3rd down punt coming up for Concordia.
Be smart to not kick it to Martel Joseph right now.
Kick it towards the left side. Martel Joseph will chase after it. He'll pick it up at around the 26. Go for a couple more yards forward. He'll be stopped at around the 34. And that is where Sherbrooke will start their 2nd drive of the game. 6:56 left in the 1st quarter. Sherbrooke up 3-0.
Yeah, that was a short drive for the Stingers. Not what you wanted to see if you're a Stingers fan after that 7.5-minute drive by the Varéor. The Stingers defense is going to need to step up here and really clog those gaps in the middle of the field and not let those runners get to the 2nd level.
And especially doesn't help that it was a quick 2-and-out as well for Concordia on offense. So we'll see if fatigue is already going to become a factor here, Blake.
And that just might be the case.
1st down here for Jeremy Fife and the Sherbrooke offense. Fife takes the snap, hands it off. Flags fly up in the air immediately. Martel Joseph is tackled. We'll see who the flag is on. Might have been a false start on Sherbrooke. We'll get the official call here. Minder, Yvan Gatien. And actually, it's a penalty on Concordia for offside. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st down and 5 here for Sherbrooke. So just when Concordia thought they stopped the run, a penalty nullifies that, and it's 1st and 5. Martel Joseph is on the bench, however, here. So chance here for maybe for Concordia to strike.
Agreed. Let's see what they could do.
1st down and 5 for Sherbrooke. 2 receivers to Fife's right, 3 to his left. Receivers in motion. Fife looking towards the left side. Now pass in the middle. Pass is caught to Desrosiers, and he'll get tackled at around the 50-yard line. Good passing play from the Sherbrooke Varéor, and Jérôme de Blois was the one that caught the ball, pardon me. 1st down nonetheless for the Varéor, and they are immediately back in Concordia territory.
And Fife just dropped that ball in a bucket. There were so many Stingers defenders surrounding the receiver. I counted 5 and just found the sweet spot there right in the middle of the field. Great pass and great play by Sherbrooke. It's a big 1st down, and they're about 15 yards away from field goal range.
22-yard catch and run for Jérôme de Blois on that pass from Jeremy Fife. Dubois-Farrar in motion. Ball handed off to Martel Joseph. Can he break the line? He'll break a couple tackles and reach about the 45. 4-yard run for Martel Joseph. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
And Martel Joseph's trip to the bench was a little short-lived, maybe too short-lived for Stingers fans. He's right back, and we have an injury here, actually,
yeah, unfortunately,
on the O-line.
Yeah, that's not good news here. It's Louis-Félix Saint-Hilaire, the 4th year out of Beauce, on the ground here. Training staff for Sherbrooke looking after him, and not a good sign, especially an O-line for Sherbrooke that can go down. Martel Joseph doing a good job to break through his offensive line and reach the 2nd level, but if the offensive line breaks down here because of an injury, things will not look great for the Varéor for the rest of this game.
Especially when you have a guard go down. Guards are so crucial to a successful run game, and we saw on his first 2 runs, Martel Joseph ran to that left side, exactly where St. Hilaire is placed on the O-line. So this is a big loss if he is out for the remainder of the game, and Concordia is going to have to look to take advantage of a weakened run game.
It's a 2nd down and 6 here for the Varéor. Concordia have a chance to shut this down here. Field goal would be about 47 to 48 yards if they decide to go for it. That's going to be even longer for Jacob Lambert, who just kicked his longest field goal of the season at 44. So an interesting discussion here for the coaching staff of Sherbrooke, and especially for the defense of Concordia. Do you predict run or predict pass here on 6 yards to gain for the Varéor?
I'd imagine you throw the football here. But who knows if Lambert does go for that. If they do put Lambert out there to go for that field goal, breaking your own record twice in one game is a pretty good feat. So we'll see what they decide to do here. 2nd and 6.
And bad news here for Saint-Hilaire and for Sherbrooke fans as the golf cart being brought out here for the offensive lineman.
And that's never what you want to see.
Concordia's training staff there to help as well. Figure out if they can help out as Saint-Hilaire will get back to a sitting position and he'll have teammates collect him. He'll go onto the cart and get escorted off. Head coach Kevin Régin-Garnier going to go see his veteran lineman. Make sure that he knows the importance of him on the team and wish him best for a recovery. Hopefully nothing too serious and we can maybe see him in the playoffs. But now it's a case of you got substitutions on for Sherbrooke. And it's number 60, Cédric Larouche, that is in as the backup offensive lineman in at substitute. So big shoes to fill for him at the guard slot and to make sure that this Sherbrooke run game continues to flourish like it has in the first couple of minutes of this first quarter.
Oh yeah, games like this are won in the trenches, and losing an important piece of the offensive line is never easy, especially when you're a team that does so well in the run game. So we'll see how Sherbrooke adjusts for the rest of this game, because it doesn't look like he'll be coming back. 2nd
down and 6, ball at the 45-yard line of Concordia. Fife fakes the snap, has two receivers to his right, 3 to his left. César in motion. Fife going for the pass, looking towards the middle. Now will cut towards his left side. Has plenty of room if he decides to scramble. He'll decide to scramble now. He'll continue running at the 35, and that is where he'll get out. And it's a 1st down for Sherbrooke at the 35-yard line. So the answer to my previous question, Blake, was both. It was a pass, but it ended up being a run scramble as no one was open on the receiver slot, and Fife was able to find room on the left side.
And that's exactly what happened last time on a 2nd and long. Fife was looking to throw the ball, ended up converting on a huge run play, and he had the angle there. The Stingers defenders just weren't able to get to him in time, and that's a massive 1st down. The Stingers have to be deflated there. Their defense must be tired.
Fife fakes the snap, 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right. César in at running back. Jeremy Fife going for an audible here. Now he'll go for the pass. Looking long, has the scramble, pressure coming. He'll roll towards his right side. He'll pass it towards the middle, and it's deflected up in the air. Is it intercepted? Mendel Joseph has it. Do they say the ball was on the ground? No whistle yet. Mendel Joseph at Concordia celebrating. We'll see what the official call is.
That looks like an interception. It doesn't look like the ball hit the ground. A great pass breakup, and Mendel Joseph in the right place at the right time, making things happen for the Stingers just when they needed it most. We're talking earlier in the game about how Mendel Joseph is just always that guy present in the secondary, making plays happen for Concordia, and he does it again.
We're trying to look here at a replay from our vantage point to see if the ball touched the ground. It was Marc-André Shaw that was the target. And they'll call it the interception. It will be turnover for Concordia. Mendel Joseph on the interception, his 2nd of the season. And Concordia takes advantage and now takes the ball back here at the 45. Xavier Tremblay puts his receivers in motion, takes the snap, will fake the handoff, will pass it off. Moving up around midfield, some spacer will get tackled on the play. The catch made by William Chamberlain. And it's a 1st down for Concordia.
That was a great catch out of the backfield there by William Chamberlain. And Tremblay making things happen right out the gate. Mendel Joseph, you got to give credit to him. Now his team's in a good position to score some points.
First play for Concordia after the interception puts them already in Sherbrooke territory. Big play from the Stingers on offense. Tremblay with 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Will take the snap, will immediately pass it off. Will find Poirier. Poirier trying to get some room out, was stopped at the 40. Will they give him the forward progress at that slot is the question. Referees are signaled right there, so it'll be about a pass of 7 yards for Poirier. And it will be second down for Concordia and short about 3 yards to gain.
On the second drive of the game for the Stingers, Poirier finally getting involved with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Big 7-yard gain there, one play at a time, and the Stingers are almost in field goal range.
Back-to-back passes to start off the drive here was done by Xavier Tremblay. Will he continue to do so here? 4 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He'll leave it off for Frank Chembe. Chembe trying to cut around and find some space. He'll get tackled right at the 40-yard line. So no yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 2. And we'll see if they go for the field goal or decide to go for it here. 2:38 and counting left in this first quarter. Sherbrooke up 3-0.
And Sherbrooke read that play like a book. Concordia 3rd and 2. It's a big play, like you said, Max.
And they're going
for it here. This is a play where you go for it. You set the tone. You have an opportunity to get the lead right now.
3rd down and 2. 2 receivers to Tremblay's right, 1 to his left. Chembe in at running back. Ball handed off to Chembe. He'll try to push right down the middle. He'll get tackled, and it doesn't look like he got it. We'll see what the official call is.
This is going to be a close one, Max.
They might ask for the chains. We'll see where they place the ball. Could be a favorable position depending on where they have it. From our vantage point, it looks like at around the 38. And that would be just enough, and it is just enough. It's a first down. Chembe managing to push through and get the first down.
That was a huge second effort for Chembe. He had a bunch of arms wrapped all over him, and he just managed to trudge his legs along and get that first down. He barely got it, but he did. Huge play for Concordia.
Minute 30 and counting left in this first quarter. Concordia down 3-0. But they could score a touchdown here before the end of the first quarter if they so choose. Tremblay with 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He'll fake off to Chembe. Now passes Chamberlain. Chamberlain has some space once again. Cuts through a couple tackles. Will get tackled at around the 23-yard line. Another good pass play out of the backfield between Tremblay and Chamberlain and puts him just outside the red zone.
If Chamberlain could keep gaining speed out of the backfield there and making those catches, those 5-yard catches, getting the yards after the catch, and even he got some yards after contact too. It took a few guys to bring him down there. That's a nice connection that we're seeing between the quarterback and the running back.
So 15 yards on the catch and run for Chamberlain. Ball's placed at the 22-yard line of Sherbrooke. First down and 10. 4 receivers to Tremblay's left, 1 to his right. They'll hand the ball off. Right down the middle goes Alexandre Marchand. He'll get stopped right around the 15.
The second-year man out of John Abbott getting a few yards there for his team. And Concordia right now, they're well in field goal range. You can't imagine they walk away from this drive without scoring points.
Second down and 5. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Marchand stays in at running back. 2 receivers to Tremblay's right, 3 to his left. Keep an eye on Oriola Poirier. Tremblay gets the snap. Will hand it off to Marchand, but he runs right into his offensive lineman in Francois Smith, the center, and it's a 3rd down, and that is how the first quarter will conclude. Sherbrooke starts off strong, but Concordia menacing right at the end. We'll see if they go for a field goal here as the first quarter concludes. It's a 3-0 lead for Sherbrooke after 15 minutes of play.
Max, I like what I'm seeing in the second half of the first quarter. We didn't really think the Concordia defense looked too convincing, but then what do you know, a big play on a pass breakup, and Mendel Joseph coming out of nowhere, just great awareness and play recognition to snatch that ball and take it for the interception. And we saw some life in this Concordia offense after the big play on defense, and it's going to lead to 3 points, hopefully.
And Marc-André Shaw thanking his defense here that it could just lead to a field goal if converted by Dante Maglioccio. So his defense able to hold strong and not allow a touchdown, but still a big momentum swing for Concordia to end the second half of the first quarter, as you mentioned, Blake. And now field goal attempt coming up for Dante Maglioccio. A 26-yard attempt for him. And we're back underway here to start the second quarter. Hold good, kick is up, and it flies through. Kick is good by Dante Maglioccio from 26 yards, and we are tied at 3 apiece as Sherbrooke will start their third drive of this game and their first of the second quarter.
Great conversion there by the kicker. 3-3 game now. It's anybody's ball game. There is a world where Concordia would be down by 2 scores if not for that interception. Sherbrooke was creeping up on the red zone, and Concordia able to make things happen on offense, leading to the field goal. Now this is anybody's game. It's 0-0 once again, and Concordia's defense is going to have to make something happen here to get the ball back and continue with that momentum.
0-0 mentally, but physically it is 3-3.
Yeah.
As we go, start at the 35-yard line for Sherbrooke. Same thing. I get what you mean, Blake. I'm just teasing you. Ball at the 35, first down and 10. Jeremy fights 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Martel Joseph back at running back. He'll get the ball. Cannot exactly break the line of defense of Concordia. He'll get about 3 yards on the run. It will be second down and about 6 yards. They'll give him the extra yard coming up.
And Concordia is starting to notice the pattern. The third drive in a row, Sherbrooke has been opening the drive with a run down the middle. So some play recognition here by the D-line. They expect Martel Joseph to have the ball a lot early on drives.
Martel Joseph stays at running back. 2 receivers to Fife's left, 2 to his right. Concordia showing blitz here. Fife gets the snap, blitz coming. Fife will go towards his left side, and it's incomplete. Looking for Simon Corbeil, goes through his hands, and it's third down for the Varéor. A quick 2-and-out by the Concordia defense means they'll get possession right back, and we'll see where exactly they'll get it, as it could potentially be in good territory. Gianni Cassati is the returner for Concordia.
First off, great throw by Fife to find his man wide open. Unfortunate with the drop there, but if you're a Concordia fan, that's exactly what you wanted to see. You score a field goal, quick 2-and-out on the other side. Now you get the ball back. This is your chance to grab the lead.
3rd and 7 for Sherbrooke. Jacob Lambert on the punt. Backed up all the way to his 24. Ball snap, low snap. Kick is up, almost blocked, but manages to kick it away. Cassati gets it around the 34. We'll cut towards his left side. Now go towards the middle. We'll get tackled on the play. Couple flags coming late. And now some more scrapping between a couple players between Sherbrooke and Concordia. Tackled was made by Sherbrooke number 0, Maxime Perron, the third-year man out of Edouard Montpetit. And we do have an injured Sherbrooke player on the field after the return. So we'll settle all of what just happened, as a lot of things to settle for the referees, as 2 flags were thrown, plus an injury. So we'll figure out exactly where Concordia will start.
Not a bad return there, but like you said, 2 flags to decipher right now for the referees. Who knows where they're going to start, and another injury for the Varéor. Just so unfortunate.
It's a hold against Concordia, so they'll back up. It'll go at the 30-yard line. That is where they will start. Number 18, injured Benjamin Huot, the 4th-year man out of Limoilou, is the man on the ground for Sherbrooke. Hopefully he is okay, as Concordia will start their next drive at the 30, as Huot back to his feet. And the main strategy for Concordia on that second drive was short pass to William Chamberlain, give him the space up in front, and get him to run. We'll see if they do the same, but maybe with other players instead.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Chamberlain's been looking good out of the backfield there, and if Xavier Tremblay could continue to get the ball out of his hands right away, Concordia's offense will continue to have some juice.
Alexandre Marchand in at running back for Concordia. 2 receivers to Xavier Tremblay's left, 1 to his right. Ball snap, faked off to Marchand. Tremblay will pass up in the middle. Cannot find Elie Rivet as it tipped off his hands. He was trying to go for a low one-handed catch, but just maybe the targeting there from Xavier Tremblay, not exactly what he wanted on his throw.
That was a dangerous throw in the middle of the field. De Blois was very, very close to intercepting that ball. Maybe didn't have the right angle there, but he got a hand on it. So Tremblay has to be careful here on second down because this is a definite pass play.
Second down and 10 for Concordia. Xavier Tremblay, 2 receivers to his right this time, 3 to his left. Ball at the 30-yard line. Tremblay gets the snap, looks towards his right side. Pressure coming, and he is immediately sacked.
Wow. That was a heck of an effort there.
Charles-Antoine Ledoux, the second-year man out of CNDF, with the sack, and he went straight through. Nobody from the offensive line of Concordia saw him coming.
Oh, they had no chance. We could see him from up here. He was winding up, and Ledoux there, such a good effort. Tremblay didn't even know what hit him. Had no time.
So back-to-back 2 and outs on both sides, as it will be Concordia now to punt it away. Nathan Pronovo on the punt. Martel Joseph sitting at around the 50-yard line, his own 50, waiting for the punt. Pronovo takes it, kicks it away. Short kick will hop right in front, and now it takes a couple more hops, and Martel Joseph has to chase after it. Has to be careful of the 5 yards. Martel Joseph will get it. And 5 yards were respected. Now he has some space on the left side. He's at midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Flag on the play. 2010. 5 touchdown Varéor. But we'll see what the flag is. And Sherbrooke not exactly celebrating, as this is going to come right back.
And they threw that flag at the 48-yard line there. The run was looking really, really good. And the Varéor knew that play wasn't going to stand. Martel Joseph, though. What can you even say about a player like that? So much explosiveness out of the backfield, and then on a kick return as well. The ball went 20 yards behind him. He was able to pick it up, evade the tacklers, and run it for 6, although it won't count. Just still a great effort, and Concordia is really going to have to limit that explosiveness for the rest of the game.
And that's twice they get lucky. Concordia does, and they'll call. Actually, they say the touchdown is good.
Wow.
So the kick return from Martel Joseph led to a touchdown is good. They waved off the penalty. And it's going to be a point after coming up. Brad Collinson irate.
What a momentum shifter for the Verts. Oh, just crazy, crazy football being played here. We saw 2 2-and-outs back-to-back, and then a 60-yard touchdown return on the kickoff on the punt. And Stingers fans baffled right now that the flag got called back, and the Varéor with a chance now to extend that lead to 7.
Extra point coming up from Jacob Lambert. So Martel Joseph, who has been showing off in this first half, now on special teams with the punt return. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, Sherbrooke now have a 10-3 lead, as Concordia will continue to try and reel back here from that punt return for a touchdown.
All hope isn't lost. It's still a 1-score game. A lot of time left in the second quarter. The Stingers have to regroup now. Plays like that happen. It's unexpected to let up a punt return of 60 yards, but now you have a chance on offense to go make something happen and really put a stamp on this game. Xavier Tremblay didn't really have a fair shot there with the sack on second down on the last drive, but the O-line is going to have to hold up here and let their quarterback go to work.
Officially a 75-yard punt return for a touchdown for Martel Joseph, as now Concordia will get their first kickoff return opportunity of the evening. On the kick return, it is Marcus Lynch and Gianni Casati that are the return men for Concordia. Right now, only Marcus Lynch is at the back. So Lynch waiting for the return. Lambert will take care of the kick.
This is your chance, Lynch.
So Sherbrooke with the lead. 11:54 remaining in the first half. Lambert kicks the ball away. It's a short kick. It will bounce right in front of Concordia, and they'll have to just snag onto it. As Sherbrooke was just pacing itself right to get there, and Marc-Olivier Desroches just pounced on the ball instead of leaving it to Marcus Lynch. And so it was no return, and the ball will be spotted at the 28.
That was the safe play there. You have to cover that ball up, but now you have a lot of field to work with. Let's see if Concordia is going to continue to lean on the run. Down a score in the second quarter. Way too early to abandon the run game, so.
There has been a lot of passing, though, for Concordia the last two drives, so we'll see where they want to commit to right here. First down and 10 for Concordia. Xavier Tremblay with three receivers to his right, two to his left. Fakes the handoff. Will go and find a pass, and its pass is dropped by Mamadi Kaba. And it's second down and 10.
That's a tough drop for Kaba. That would have been a 7 or 8 yard gain, and then maybe could have gotten some extra yards after the catch there, but you just have to shake that off and get ready for the next down. Not harp over it too much, but that would have been a big play for the Stingers.
Second down and 10. Ball remains at the 28-yard line. Kaba putting himself on the right side of the field this time. Three receivers to Xavier Tremblay's left. Marchand in at running back. Blitz coming here from Sherbrooke. Tremblay changing the play here. As Chamberlain in at running back. Tremblay with the snap. Looks towards his left. Will pass it off. We'll find Poirier. Poirier cuts one tackle. Continues to stay on his feet. Passes the 45. Will get pushed back. But the forward progress will give him a first down. Ball at the 45. 17-yard pass and catch and run for Oriola Poirier. And it's a first down for Concordia as their drive continues.
And we talked about Oriola Poirier getting involved early in the game. That's exactly what he's been doing. That's his second catch so far in the first half. And let's talk about Xavier Tremblay really letting it sling now in the second quarter.
Starting to feel the confidence here in his passes. Tremblay with three receivers to his right side, including Oriola Poirier. Two receivers to his left. Chamberlain in at running back. Ball given to Chamberlain. He'll try to cut towards the left side. Will get tackled. About a 2-yard gain for the third string running back for the Stingers. It will be second down and about 8 yards to go.
A lot of involvement here for Chamberlain. He's been great as a receiver out of that backfield. We have yet to see Frank Chembe do much so far in this game. He's a name that we're going to be looking for to get this running game going for the Stingers.
Chamberlain, second year out of Edouard Montpetit. As the ball sits at the 47 of Concordia. Tremblay fakes the snap. Two receivers to his left, three to his right. Tremblay looks to his left. Now looking towards the middle. Will cut towards his right side. Has to scramble. Now he'll try to fake the deep ball, and now he'll run. Has to space on midfield. He'll go towards the 50 and push himself out of bounds, taking a hit at the same time. But it's a first down nonetheless, and the ball is in Sherbrooke territory.
He didn't take the hit, Max. He laid down the hit, lowering that shoulder. You expect him to slide after getting the first down, but no, Xavier Tremblay just looking for contact there, really looking to make his presence felt. And that's a huge first down for the Stingers. Good on him for taking it upon himself and putting on the cape.
15-yard run for Xavier Tremblay. Ball at the 48 of Sherbrooke. And Concordia continue to drive here. 9:27 and counting left in the second half. They are down 10-3. Three receivers to Xavier Tremblay's left, two to his right. Hands the ball off. It's Marchand with a run. Will pounce forward. Stopped at around the 43. Second down coming up, a good 6-yard run from Marchand.
Solid run for sure. You're getting close to field goal range here. You know your kicker can hit those from 30, between the 30 and the 40, but the Stingers are looking for a touchdown now to match that kick return, that punt return touchdown from Martel Joseph. And Tremblay has a live arm right now, and those legs have been working well. So let's see what the Stingers could do.
Officially second down and 4, ball at the 42 of Sherbrooke. Xavier Tremblay fakes the snap. Will go to his O-line and just give out instructions. Marchand in at running back on his right side. Tremblay with the snap. will roll to his right. We'll just hand it off to Marchand, trying to cut off a couple tackles. He'll get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, and it's third down coming up. And with the ball at the 42, you're looking at potentially a 50-yard field goal for Dante Maglioccio. If he decides to go for it, that would be his longest of the season if he can make it. We'll see what the decision officially is, and it won't be the case. Nathan Pronovo is out on the field, and it will be a punt for Concordia.
Unfortunate ending to the drive for the Stingers. I thought Xavier Tremblay was going to take it upon himself and run it down the middle there. It looked like he had the better angle, but he definitely has a better view than me over there. He elected for the handoff.
Loss of 2 yards there for Marchand. Pronovo on the punt. On the return here is Dubois-Farrar this time. Ball kick towards the left side. High kick will find Dubois-Farrar trying to break a couple tackles. We're able to do so. However, one of his teammates, that being Maxime Perron, was pushed straight into him. And he got tackled right around the 18-yard line. And that is where Sherbrooke will start their next drive.
Great punt for the Stingers. It looked like Sherbrooke was going to break in space there maybe one more time. But Concordia and Sherbrooke able to hold the returner back, and the Verreal have a chance now. They have a lot of field to go until they get back into the red zone.
First down and 10. Ball officially placed at the 17-yard line. 7:24 and counting left in this first half. Sherbrooke lead 10-3. Martin Joseph back in at running back. He had a 75-yard punt return for a touchdown just minutes ago. Fife will give it off to Martel Joseph. He'll break one tackle and finally get knocked down at the 28. And it's just close to a first down, and they'll give the first down to Jonathan Martel Joseph. 48 yards, now goes up to 58 yards rushing for Martel Joseph so far in this first half alone. Can easily hit 100 yards by the end of the third quarter if he continues at this pace.
Oh, yeah. He's going to blast through that average of 60 yards per game pretty soon in the second quarter, actually. So if they just keep feeding Martel Joseph, it's a recipe to a good offense.
Jeremy Fife gets the snap, hands it off to Cesar. He'll break the first line, go towards the second line of defense of Concordia. Will roll over at around the 39. A 10-yard run for Frank S. Cesar. Jean S. Cesar, I should say. And it's a first down once again for Sherbrooke. Back-to-back 10-yard runs for the Verreal.
That was a very original play design there for the Verreal, and it worked out really, really well. Definitely had me. I thought Martel Joseph had the ball there on the left side. A great 10-yard gain. They're slowly getting across that 50.
Ball just in front of the 40-yard line. Jeremy Fife gets the snap. We'll go to a fake handoff, and now some space up in the middle. Get tackled. Calumet Dubois-Farrar on the end around. Caught Concordia off guard. And he'll get it all the way to the 50.
Another fantastic play design and great run after the catch, as we've seen from him time and time again throughout this game. Every single time you put the ball in number 10's hands, he manages to get a 10-yard gain. 20-yard run from Calumet Dubois-Farrar, the second-year man out of the CJEP of Sherbrooke. And it's first down and 10. Homegrown talent there.
One receiver, two Fife's right. He'll pass off short, takes a deflection. Deflected, knocked down, 58 on the play for Concordia. That is Nicolas Roy. Great job by him managing to deflect the screen pass, and now it's second down and 10.
And that would have been another converted pass there for the Verreal if not for Nicolas Roy. So great breakup, and it's going to be second down. Big play here for the defense.
4:46 and counting. Just over 90 seconds before the 3-minute warning. Three receivers to Fife's left, two to his right. Cesar at running back, slots to the right side. Blitz coming from Concordia. Quick pass, incomplete. Trying to find Dubois-Farrar. Fife got hit as he threw, and it's third down for Sherbrooke. And Concordia managing to hold the wall and limit this to a punt. The question will become, can Jacob Lambert pin the Stingers deep in their own territory?
This is a great chance for the Stingers now. Even if they do get pinned into their territory, they have 4.5 minutes left. They have the 3-minute warning, and they also did come away with one other thing in this first half. They know the offense is running through Ferrard and Martel Joseph in the second half.
Gianni Casati on the return here. He's at the 10-yard line of Concordia. Lambert all the way back to his own 45. Low snap. Lambert will kick it away. Nicolas Roy going for the high jump. Awkward kick, takes a bounce, a couple more. Casati will take over now, breaks one tackle, and he'll get stopped right around the 20. 25 is the official call. And it'll be first down for Concordia at the 25 for their next drive with 4:02 remaining. So maybe 1 or 2 snaps left before the 3-minute warning.
And Max, that punt was pretty close to being blocked, which would have been another big play for the Stingers defense. They're going to need plays like that if they want to stay in this game. The offense with a big chance now to tie this thing up.
Play whistle dead as the chain seems to have a bit of a problem. Looks like the chain snapped off of the first down pillar. Now it's back attached, so we'll get back underway here. So we'll see if they decide to add back time. No, they'll decide to whistle the ball back in play. 3:57 on the clock. Tremblay gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looks towards the middle. He'll go deep, and Rivet's wide open, and he'll catch it right at the 43-yard line. Big pass and catch between Xavier Tremblay and Elie Rivet, and just like that, Concordia are in Sherbrooke territory.
What a play by Xavier Tremblay. He really let it fly there, putting the trust in his receiver. A little underthrown, but number 2 able to adjust and bring that ball down. What a play.
42-yard catch by Elie Rivet, and Concordia immediately in Sherbrooke territory.
Talk about a field flipper.
Tremblay gets the snap, gives it off to Chembe. Chembe running straight down the middle with force. Stopped at the 39. About a 5-yard gain, second down and 5 coming up for Concordia. And we have officially hit the 3-minute warning with Concordia down 10-3 against the Varieurs de l'Université de Sherbrooke. But in field goal range now, so they can at least potentially get points back if they cannot convert on this second down.
And you got to shout out the confidence of Tremblay there. The last time he played this Sherbrooke team, he threw 2 interceptions. Now clearly not afraid to throw that ball downfield, and it's paying off.
Second down here for Concordia. 3 receivers to Tremblay's left, 2 to his right. Chembe in at running back. We'll hand it off to Chembe. He'll try to push it towards the 35. Will be able to do so, but it will still be third down and about a yard. So we'll see what Concordia wants to plan here. They could go for the QB sneak and push with third down and 1, or go safe with the field goal. Tremblay still on the field, so it looks like they might try and go for the push as some substitutions being made.
Music to my ears, Max. The QB sneak. You have a quarterback like Xavier Tremblay. You saw him on the goal line snatching touchdowns last year for the Stingers. This is where you put that skill to use on 3rd and short.
Gianni Casati, however, is the one that will be taking care of the push of the sneak duties here.
Either way, you got to love the aggressiveness.
Third down and 1. Ball at the 35. Casati puts himself ready for a snap. Casati fakes it. Now he'll go for it. He'll push forward. Does he have it? It looked like forward progress immediately gave him the first down. We'll see where they officially spot him. Sherbrooke thinks that it's going the other way, but immediately from our vantage point, Blake, we saw Casati immediately push through at least a yard and a half.
Oh, yeah, he had the leverage there 100%. I'd be very surprised if they call it otherwise here.
So they'll place the ball. Looks like it's at the 34, and it is a first down for Concordia. The drive continues. 2:17 left in this first half.
And you got to love the aggressive play call, because if you go for that field goal there, you're giving the Verreal another chance to score the football before this first half is over. Now you could run out the clock and try and score a touchdown.
2 receivers to Tremblay's right, 3 to his left. Chembe in at running back. Tremblay changing of play at the line of scrimmage. Clock ticking away here. Tremblay gets the snap, fakes the handoff, will pass it over. It's going to be picked up by Saint Laurent, and he'll get tackled right around the 20.
Another big first down for Concordia. Great catch, and was able to get a few yards after as well.
And they are officially in the red zone. Are the Stingers for the first time this evening. Ball officially at the 18-yard line. Philippe Saint Laurent with the catch and run. And let's see if Concordia can convert on in the red zone. Minute 48 and counting. Concordia taking their time, but they have to be careful not to use too much time either. Tremblay with Chembe to his right side. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Tremblay looks towards the left side. He'll scramble to his left. Continues to run his Tremblay. He'll pass it towards the left side. Nobody there. The question becomes, was there a receiver in the vicinity? Referees will say yes, and it will be 2nd down and 10.
It looked like he got outside the pocket there, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt there, that he was just trying to throw the ball away and not take a sack. A minute and 30 seconds left. The time is stopped. The Stingers do have 2 timeouts. They do have time here, and time is on their side, so we'll see what they run on 2nd down, because a field goal now is imminent. We'll see if the touchdown.
Do you go for it all in the end zone, or try to potentially play it safe, find a receiver safely to get a first down?
I would look for that running back out of the backfield in space one more time and see if they could get something going with Chamberlain.
No running backs in for Concordia. Ball snap, Tremblay looking. He'll go towards the right side to the end zone. It is incomplete. Ball goes straight to the hands of William Chamberlain. That was the target. Blake, you were correct. However, he could not haul it in, and it is 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out. Dante Maglioccio in to kick.
This is a good thing. At least you tried. At least you went for it on 3rd and 1. Now you have a way shorter field goal than if you would have not gone for that. So
officially,
Stingers playing good football.
25-yard field goal attempt. Ball on the right will be on the right hash marks. So Maglioccio will have to go from right to left to kick it in. Ball whistled into play. It's 3rd down and 10 here. Snap good, kick is up, and it is good for Maglioccio. 3 more points on the board. Concordia trail 10-6 with just under a minute 20 left in the first half.
And guess who starts with the ball in the second half, Max? The Stingers. Great football there to end this second quarter. You love the decision to go for it on 3rd and 1. It ended up working out. You got the guaranteed 25-yard field goal. And now you have a minute and 18 seconds to try and maybe even get the ball back and go for another field goal.
The defense will try and hold, as the ball will get placed at the 35-yard line. Actually, no, it's going to be placed even further, as there was a penalty after the field goal. It was roughing on Concordia, and the ball will be placed at the 50. So a roughing penalty against the Stingers means the ball placed at the 50, so 5 yards from midfield. So great field position to start off for the Vareyard. So chains will be moved. Just wait for the chain men to set up properly. And we'll get back underway at the 50-yard line. Jeremy Fife will be the one to snap it. Now some confusion here between the Sherbrooke offensive line and Jeremy Fife. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right. Fife fakes the snap. Simon Corbeil in motion. Fife now going for a pass. Now roll to his right. Pressure coming from Sherbrooke. Pass will be complete to DeBlois. Trying to continue pushing forward. He'll get the first down and get tackled at the 47. Good job from Jérôme Deblois to come back and help his quarterback to get the pass and then push forward for a first down. Ball in Concordia territory, minute 7 remaining in the first half. Clock will continue to wind as soon as the whistle sounds from Yvan Gatien.
And Dubois there just making his quarterback look good because that was not a great throw, and he made a play.
Five with 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Martel Joseph in a running back. Five will pass it again, looking towards his left side. Ball is complete. No, incomplete. Deblois cannot haul it in. Pass broken up on the play by Coslin Clairvaux. Good job there by the cornerback of Concordia. And it's a second down and 10, upcoming 51 seconds left in the first half.
And Fife put that ball on the money, but the defense just made a better play there. Clairvaux, great pass breakup, and just when you needed it most, 50 seconds left in the second quarter, and that play would have put the Verreal a lot closer to putting points on the board.
Ball on the 47 of Concordia, second down and 10. 4 receivers now on Jeremy Fife's left, 1 to his right. That is Dubois-Farrar. In motion is Corbeil towards the right side. Fife looking to his left. Now we'll go to the middle. Pass is complete to Marc-André Shaw, but it's going to be short for the first down. It'll be third down and about 4. And the question now becomes for Kevin Régin-Gagné, does he go for the field goal or is it a punt?
I think you got to go for the field goal here.
The unfortunate part from our vantage point is Lambert does both, so we'll have to give us a couple seconds to figure out what's coming up for Sherbrooke.
I feel like you go for the field goal here, try to get some points on the board. You already hit a long field goal earlier. This one's going to be a bit longer, but
it's going to be officially a 48-yard field goal attempt for Jacob Lambert. Once again, would be the longest that he has kicked this season, converting a 44-yard field goal earlier on. So from 48 yards, Jacob Lambert, Gianni Cassati in the end zone to return in case.
He misses this. The Stingers are in great field position to end this quarter.
Clock continues to wind down 1 second, and the whistle goes. And it looks like it was a timeout called, potentially by Sherbrooke. We'll see what the official signal is. Actually, no, Kevin Régin-Gagné is upset. He thought the clock should have been continued to wind as Shaw caught the ball in play. So when the whistle sounded, the clock should have continued rolling, but it did not move.
So are they going to be put back?
So it looks like they might just reset here, and they'll ask for the clock to be wound at as soon as the whistle goes. And I don't believe a timeout was used officially. We'll see what the official call here is from Yvan Gatien. Because Shaw did catch the ball in play, and it didn't look like there was a timeout called. And now a timeout seems to have been called by Sherbrooke, and it is the case. So timeout by the Verreal means the clock will stay at 45 until the ball is officially kicked. Sure. Timeout Verreal officially. Sherbrooke still trying to understand, and I don't blame him. Clock should have been wound there when Shaw caught it because he was in bounds. And if the ball is in bounds, that means the whistle should go as soon as the whistle blows. And no timeout was called to my knowledge, Blake. I don't know if you saw one before the field goal there.
No, I didn't. This is interesting, and now the kicker gets a chance to think about this field goal a bit more rather than just going on the field and kicking it.
And also, you got to wonder if potentially if this accidentally freezes him as well, as a lot of time has gone away here before he can even try to kick this.
I thought Concordia was calling the timeout to ice the kicker, so if Sherbrooke's doing it to themselves here, this puts Concordia at an advantage, and they save their timeouts.
And the change has officially been made here, so Sherbrooke still calls their timeout, but they did wind the clock down all the way to 26 seconds, so Sherbrooke was correct to their knowledge of what happened. So 26 seconds left. Whistle goes, and the clock will start as soon as the snap is given. 48-yard attempt, Jacob Lambert. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and it is good from Jacob Lambert. 48 yards for the Villarreal kicker, his longest of the season once again. And with 20 seconds left in the first half, it is a 13-6 lead for Sherbrooke. And we'll see if Concordia decides to go for a play or just kneel down and go to the half.
That's a pretty sweet kick to put on your highlight reel, especially after breaking your own record prior in this game. So huge kick there to extend the lead, but it still is a one-possession game. Concordia does have some time. They have 20 seconds to try and sneak in a field goal. They do start with the ball, like you said, Max, in the second half. So if they can maybe get in a field goal here, they do have 2 timeouts, so it is possible.
The unfortunate part, however, in U Sports football is the timeouts do carry over to the second half, so you got to be careful here about how they use their clock. And it looks like they are just going to kneel it. Antoine Ouimet in at quarterback, so they'll let the clock continue all the way down. Ouimet will have to snap it before the clock runs 0, as there's basically a half-second difference. And the play clock goes down. Ouimet will put his knee down, and that is how the first half will conclude. It looked like a potential running domination from Sherbrooke to start off, but Concordia was able to rally back with some turnovers and some field goals of their own. But Sherbrooke lead by a score of 13-6 after 1 half of play. We'll take a quick break and come back with the Concordia Steelers halftime show, as we'll break down all the action transpired in the first half with myself and Blake Saraga. 13-6 is the scoreline after 1 half of play. Let's look around, folks. The halftime show is coming up next here at Concordia Stadium. Welcome on into the Concordia Stingers football halftime show here at Concordia Stadium. Maxim Cadet Blake Saraga with you. 13-6 is the scoreline after the first half in favor of the Varéor. Blake, you got the stats right in front of you. Let's start off with Sherbrooke. Passing not exactly what maybe the coaching staff of Kevin Régerbal-Gagné is expecting after the first half, but the run game has been very important.
Oh, yes, it has been for sure. Jeremy Fife passing the ball. He's 3 of 9 for 41 yards and an interception. He hasn't had much success throwing the football. When he has thrown the football, he's been throwing it to Desblois, and Desblois has been doing a good job. He has 2 receptions for 35 yards. He's averaging 17 yards per catch, and then the run game, like you mentioned, Max, has just been phenomenal. Martel Joseph has only run the ball 8 times. He ran the ball 8 times for 62 yards. That's 7.8 yards per carry. It feels like he ran it way more than 8 times, just the way he's been dominating out of the backfield there. So that's surprising. And then Jeremy Fife has ran the ball twice himself for 30 yards. That's 15 yards a carry from the quarterback. So a lot of rushing potential here in this backfield for the Varéor. It's been successful.
And Martel Joseph also coming in clutch with the special teams, a 75-yard punt return for a touchdown in the second quarter, was the big touchdown for Sherbrooke, which equals why they have their 7-point lead. On the other side, for Concordia, we've seen flashes of success when it came to the Concordia Stingers when it comes to their offense. However, it just hasn't come up for a touchdown just yet, and just a couple field goals to boot. Blake, let's run down the numbers for the Stingers.
Well, Xavier Tremblay already having a better passing game against the Sherbrooke Varéor than he had last time when he played this team. Last time he played the team, he had 2 interceptions, barely crossed 160 passing yards. Today, he has 120. He's 6 for 10 passing. No touchdowns and no interceptions so far, but Xavier Tremblay looks way more composed than he has so far this season, and he hasn't been afraid to let the ball fly across the field. And we've seen his biggest pass of the day was to Elie Revest. 42-yard conversion on a first down. Just a massive strike for the quarterback throwing it in the middle of the field there.
The problem for Concordia right now is the run game. We've seen a couple times where where it's been successful on short yardage scenarios, but overall, just the run game not exactly there right now, Blake.
No, it hasn't, and there's been 5 ball carriers for the Stingers today, and Xavier Tremblay, the quarterback, is actually leading the rush game for the Stingers. He has 2 attempts for 21 yards. He's been effective, but you don't want your quarterback being your leading rusher, especially when you have a guy who's as talented as Frank Chembe on your team.
Concordia's defense has been able to stand tall here for the Stingers, trying to figure out a way to keep this a one-score game, and so far they have been successful, although the run game has been a problem for Concordia so far.
Yeah, they're in the trenches. They've been getting destroyed. Let's not kid ourselves here, but the secondary has been playing really, really well. They have 3 pass breakups and an interception, which has just been amazing, and it's been a big reason why Jeremy Fife has had no success throwing the football today. But that run defense, like we've seen with Martel Joseph, 8 carries for over 60 yards. You can't have that if you're a run-stopping defense, and Concordia defensive line here just really needs to step up, and that'll be the key to the game. Ultimately, in football, the game's won in the trenches.
And they'll start in the trenches on their run game of their own, as they will start with the ball in the second half. So Frank Chembe is the one guy I'm looking at, Blake, to try and figure out a way through and get that run game going. He's slotted as the first running back. William Chamberlain has shown some good flashes when it comes to small screen passes. Just missed a touchdown catch in the end zone. So it's going to be a question from Brad Collison which one he trusts more at the running back slot between Chamberlain and Chembe.
Chamberlain coming into the game as the RB3 for the Stingers, his 3 catches for 40 yards out of the backfield. When you have the opportunity to create plays in space and make plays out of that backfield in the receiving game, you are going to get more looks, especially with a quarterback like Xavier Tremblay, who's looking to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as he can.
As you can see on our timer here on the scoreboard, 6:05 and counting left before the start of the second half. We'll take a quick 4.5 minute break and be back just before the start of the second half as Sherbrooke leads 13-6. Second half coming up next here at Concordia Stadium. Welcome on back to Concordia Stadium, as we're moments away from the start of the second half between the Concordia Stingers and the Varéal de l'Université de Sherbrooke. Max Cadet, Blake Saraga with you on this Friday evening. A bit of a chilly one, but as the game progresses here, at least for me, Blake, I feel like I'm warming up here as the game goes on. And Concordia and Sherbrooke warming up themselves has got a couple more points in the second quarter. Sherbrooke up 13-6 as we were moments away from the start of the second half. Concordia deferred the coin toss after winning it before the game, so they will start with the ball in the second half. They will receive as they get themselves ready for the start of this second half. First couple minutes here, first offensive drive here for Concordia. Blake, what do you want to see from the Stingers?
I want to see them continue with that same firepower they ended the first half with. It really looked like William Tremblay had that moxie. Xavier Tremblay had that moxie in the first half. He was playing with confidence, and I want to see that translate into this third quarter because he is the engine that keeps the Stingers offense running.
Jacob Lambert to kick it away here, kicking a 44 and 48-yard field goal respectively in the first half. Can Concordia come back, or will Sherbrooke get a playoff spot? Kickoff is underway for the second half. The ball bounces out of bounds. Great work, great football IQ, I should say, from Marcus Lynch, letting the ball roll out of bounds. That is a flag, and it will give great field position to Concordia to start off the second half.
And the Stingers are going to take everything they could get here in the second half. Some things have not gone their way in that first half, but slowly getting back in their rhythm here, and starting at the 40-yard line is exactly where they want to be.
So flag on the play against Jacob Lambert for kicking the ball out of bounds, and Concordia start their first drive of the second half at their own 40. Tremblay with one receiver to his right, that being Kaba, 4 to his left. Tremblay gets the snap, will hand it off to Chembe. He'll move straight forward for a good run there from Frank Chembe, about 7 yards. And it's Antoine Ouimet, good spot there, Blake, who is in at quarterback for Concordia. So Antoine Ouimet in at quarterback instead of Xavier Tremblay. Interesting decision here from Brad Collinson.
And we'll see why that decision was made. Are they giving Xavier Tremblay some attention there on the sideline? Is he injured? We don't know. We don't have the answer to that. He was playing well in the first half, so we'll see what happens here with Ouimet.
Tremblay without his helmet from our vantage point. Fakes the pass, was Ouimet, handed off to Chembe. He'll push forward. It will be third down and about a yard. So will they go for the third down push here at the 49? So it's third down and 1. We'll see if they go for the heavy package, and it looks like it will be the case.
I love it. I love this play calling from the Stingers. It's really NFL-esque. We see teams risking it in the middle of the field all the time these days, and Concordia just not playing passive at all.
So jumbo package coming up here for Concordia. Gianni Casati will be the one to try and push it forward for a first down. Third down and a yard. Ball at the 49. They need to reach the 50. Casati giving off the signal. Now we'll get the ball. We'll just jump and leap over. And he gets it at least to the 51. So that's a first down for Concordia. They'll be able to continue the drive. So back-to-back third down conversions for Concordia from Casati on those third and shorts. And it will be first down at the 51.
And sometimes, Max, taking risks pay off. And Concordia has done it twice now, and it worked out for them on third and short. Now they're in the middle of the field. It's first down. Ouimet is still in the game for Concordia, playing quarterback. So we'll see what type of juice this Stingers team has with new life on first down.
Chembe remains in at quarterback himself. Two receivers to Ouimet's left, one to his right. Ouimet gets the snap. Will hand it off to Chembe. He'll rush forward, trying to break a couple tackles. Will gain about 2 yards It'll be 2nd down and 8. So Chambé, after his first big run, cannot seem to get more yards after his next 2 rushes, and it will be 2nd down and long here for Concordia.
And we've seen the Stingers have tremendous success today in the air, which is something we haven't seen so far this season, as opposed to that dominant run game they've had. But right now, the run game is completely inexistent, and Frank Chambé, nowhere to be seen right now besides that big run.
1 receiver to Ouimet's left, 4 to his right. The lone receiver on the left is Alexandre Marchand for Concordia. Ouimet gets a snap. He's going to pass it. Looks towards his right side. Pressure coming. Will go to his left. Will dump it off for Chambé. Chambé with some room in front of him. He'll get tackled, but that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Ball at the 45. Good scramble and pass to dump it off to his running back was Antoine Ouimet, and it's a 1st down for the Stingers.
Great scramble there by the quarterback. He took his time, didn't get sacked, avoided the pressure, and you got the ball to your running back, who hasn't had success in the running game like we just mentioned, but way to show off your receiving chops, Frank Chambé, getting a crucial 1st down for Concordia.
13-yard pass and run from Frank Chambé. Ouimet on the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, will dump it off. Trying to find some room with Chamberlain. He'll jump over a couple tackles and get knocked down at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pass and run for William Chamberlain. And it's 2nd down and about 4 yards to go for Concordia.
Chamberlain's involvement in the passing game has been huge for Concordia here. He has speed coming out of the backfield, and every time you put the ball in his hands, good things happen. It's 2nd and 5 right now for the Stingers, or 2nd and 4, excuse me. And this is a big play for them here. They're so close to field goal range, and you'd have to hope they go for it on 3rd down again if it gets to that point.
10:54 and counting left in this 3rd quarter. Ouimet with 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Ouimet gets the snap, looks to his left side. We'll pass it over, we'll find Poirier. He'll just dive to the ground, and it is caught. Arthur Salvaille on the catch, actually, and it's a 1st down for Concordia. So Ouimet playing safe, dump it off to his slot back in Salvaille, and the drive continues.
And Ouimet didn't even have to check his 2nd read there. His 1st read was wide open on the left side there, in between the numbers, and a great 1st down for the Stingers. Another 2 plays for them to keep getting closer to that goal line.
Ball officially on the 34 now of Sherbrooke. Ouimet with 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Alexandre Marchand in at running back. Caba in motion. Ouimet looks to his left side, will dump it off to Marchand. He'll get immediately tackled, but not before he gets about 4 yards on the dump off. And 2nd down and about 5 yards if they be generous, but more likely 2nd down and 6. And actually, they'll give him 5 yards, so 2nd down and 5, 9:48 and counting left in the 3rd.
Ouimet doing a good job of not forcing anything, taking exactly what the defense is giving him, and getting those little yard plays that are slowly getting them closer and closer to the red zone. Stingers definitely in field goal range here.
2nd down and 5. Ball at the 28 of Sherbrooke. Ouimet with 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Chamberlain in at running back. He'll dump it off to Chamberlain. Has to get back to the line of scrimmage. Will push forward. Will get stopped at about the 26. And it will be 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down at about 3 yards. Actually, 3rd down and 2 officially. So we'll see if they go for it, or it'll be a field goal attempt. And Concordia checking what they want to do. And it looks like it will be the field goal unit coming out. Dante Maglioccio back on the field. So they'll try and just go for the points and try to make sure that their defense holds strong when Sherbrooke gets the ball.
And I don't want to jinx it, Max. I really don't. But this is the 2nd time where they went for it on 3rd and 1 in their own territory or at midfield, and it's led to a field goal attempt. And if this is a conversion here,
actually, this is a fake here, Blake. Arthur Salvaille in at quarterback. Maglioccio puts himself as a receiver. High snap. Salvaille has to run for it. Play is broken up, and it's a turnover on downs. Not sure where Concordia wanted to do with the fake. And it ends up costing them turnover on downs, and Sherbrooke will get the ball at the 32.
And we talk about taking risks, Max. We really do. They took a risk there on their own 48, and it paid off. I didn't want to jinx it. I don't know if that counts as a jinx, but I think you should have just taken the field goal there. You got a little too cute, and now giving up the ball. It's still a one-possession game, but a touchdown would have given you the lead either way, but the field goal would have been really, really nice to cut the lead down to 4. And now the Verreal looking to take advantage on the 35.
Jeremy Fife in at quarterback for Sherbrooke. First snap of the second half. Fife will look towards the sideline. Ball is caught by Dubois-Farrar. 10-yard pass and catch to the Sherbrooke wide receiver. And it's a first down for Sherbrooke after their first play of their first drive of the second half.
Sherbrooke is continuing to run that offense through Dubois-Farrar and Martel Joseph. And the Stingers can't seem to do anything about it so far in this game.
Ball on the 44 of Sherbrooke. Concordia almost took 7 minutes out of the third quarter in their drive alone. However, no points to show for it after a turnover on downs. Fife signaling his receivers in motion, gets a snap, hands off for Cesar. He'll go for the run, trying to break off a couple tackles. Still on his feet is Cesar, and he'll finally get tackled right around the 46. So it'll be about a 3-yard run. Second down upcoming for Jean-Ur Cesar. Not easy to tackle either as the number 2 running back for Sherbrooke.
No, he is not, and he earned those 2 to 3 yards for the Verreal.
So second down here at the 47 of Sherbrooke. Concordia will try and shut this offensive drive down here and try to get ball back and get this game to a tie as they trail 13-6 with just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Receivers in motion. Fife gets a snap, looks towards the middle. Now will go to his right side. Pass is caught and tackled immediately on the play. Pass caught by Carl-Emile Dubois-Farrar. Who else for Sherbrooke? Tackled on the play by Christopher Cyril. And it's third down and about a yard. So Sherbrooke might decide to try and punch it themselves as well here on the short yardage to gain.
Why not? You've seen Concordia do it twice. Why not try and do it for yourself? But first of all, shout out to Cyril there. Great play recognition. He came in so fast to prevent that receiver from getting the first down. We've seen Dubois-Farrar so many times make big things happen for this Verreal team, and Cyril on the defense for Concordia.
It's Jérôme Deblois in at quarterback for Sherbrooke. He'll put his running backs in motion. He'll cut towards the right side. Flags on the play and moving it forward for first down. Pardon me, that was Noah Legros, the tight end, that got the first down. However, with the flags on the play, most likely went on the Stingers for being offside. And that is the case. Penalty declined. First down, Sherbrooke, as they are now in Concordia territory at the 50.
There definitely was some shuffling of the feet for the Stingers at the line of scrimmage there. And either way, it was a first down. So the Verreal in a good position here to extend this lead.
Noah Legros was the one that was able to push it through. So it was offside on the Stingers. Penalty was declined. So first down for Sherbrooke in Concordia territory. Ball at the 50-yard line. 2 receivers to Fife's right, 2 to his left. He'll pressure coming. Fife has to run for his life. He'll scramble towards his left. Still Fife with it. Now he'll go long. Ball is short, and it is caught by Marc-André Shaw. He'll cut towards his right side. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He'll cut in the middle. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Verreal.
Jeremy Fife threw up a prayer.
There is a flag at the end of the play.
And it might be a roughing the passer. Jeremy Fife extending the play with his legs, running around like a headless chicken, throwing the ball cross body. The Stingers so close to getting their hands on that football. Ended up in the hands of the Verreal receiver, and it's a touchdown. Unreal play for the Verreal to extend the lead to 13.
A 50-yard pass, catch, and run between Jeremy Fife and Marc-André Shaw. And Concordia now trail 19-6 pending the extra point. And you mentioned, Blake, it was a scramble drill for Jeremy Fife and then just managing to find Marc-André Shaw. At first, when we saw the ball go out in the air, we thought it was potentially going to be short and intercepted by Clairvaux, but manages to go over the cornerback to Marc-André Shaw. Manages to get it and create some space on the run. Extra point is good from Jacob Lambert. And Concordia now trail by 2 scores. It's a 20-6 lead for the Varéor.
That sequence could not have gone better for Sherbrooke. First, you have the penalty, and you got the first down anyways there on the 3rd and short. And then your quarterback just putting on the superhero cape and making a throw like that, regardless of whether it was a good throw or not. He converted that pass, and he extended a lead for his team. Just the type of stuff you love to see if you're a Sherbrooke fan. And
unfortunately for Concordia, you got to go back to the 3rd down play where they go for the trick play instead of the field goal. Leads to turnover on downs, and the following drive, Sherbrooke manages to score 7 points, and that hurts tremendously for Concordia as instead of it being potentially a 4-point game, it is now a 14-point advantage for the Varéor.
And you have to respect the play calling and the consistency to go for calls like that, but you have to think you have your backup quarterback in the game already, and then you're putting the ball in the hands of your holder to make that pass. It's risky business, and it didn't work out.
And to boot, there was a roughing call during the touchdown pass, and Sherbrooke decided to enforce it on the kickoff, so the ball's at the 50. So Marcus Lynch, ball kicked short towards the left side, picked up by Chembe, and he'll get knocked over at the 29. So Concordia will start their drive at their own 29-yard line with 5:17 left in the 3rd quarter.
And before that touchdown, this game was in arm's reach for the Stingers, but after a play like that, you have to be a little deflated. We'll see how they respond on offense here. The run game has not been existent today. They're going to have to lean on the pass.
Ouimet still in at quarterback here for Concordia. William Chamberlain in at running back. 3 receivers to Ouimet's left, 2 to his right. Receivers in motion. Ouimet gets it, fakes the handoff. Will look towards the middle of the field, and a pass is caught to Rivet. He'll get tackled at the 53-yard line. Elie Rivet had the big catch in the first half, and now another big one there. And it's a first down immediately into Sherbrooke territory. Go Concordia.
Ouimet put that ball on a rope for Rivet, right where he needed to be in the middle of the field there at the logo. Couldn't have placed it any better, and that's exactly what you need if you're on the Stingers right now. You're halfway there. You're 13 points down, 14 points down now. You need a touchdown to stay in this game.
2 receivers on Ouimet's right, 1 to his left. The lone receiver being Elie Rivet. Ouimet adjusting the play at the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds on the play clock. 4:20 remaining in the 3rd. Ouimet, receivers in motion, gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Looking is Ouimet, he'll pass it towards the middle. Poirier will catch it at the 35, cuts a tackle. Still on his feet is Poirier, and he'll get finally tackled at the 24-yard line. Back-to-back big passes from Antoine Ouimet. And the offense continues to do well here for Concordia with Antoine Ouimet in at quarterback.
It is so hard as a backup quarterback to just get on the field and play lights out right from coming off the bench. He's throwing the ball so well right now and putting his team in a fantastic position. Another great pass for Ouimet.
Ball on the 23 of Sherbrooke. Alexandre Marchand in at running back for the Stingers. 2 receivers to Ouimet's left, 3 to his right. Poirier and Rivet both on the right side. Play clock at 5. Ouimet puts the receivers in motion, gets the snap before, and leave it off for Marchand. He'll cut 1 tackle, continues to move forward as Alexandre Marchand continues to push. Finally, the whistle goes. He'll get stopped at around the 15-yard line, about a 7-yard run. Sherbrooke thought that the play clock had expired. Referees decided that there was still about a half second left when it was snapped. And it's 2nd down and short coming up for Concordia.
That was a good run for the Stingers. I thought they were going to go back to the pass. The passing game has just been so good in this third quarter. Good run there by Alexander Marchand. If Frank Chembe can't get going, give the ball to your other backs and see what they could do with those added touches.
Well, now Chembe is in at running back. 4 receivers on the right side of Ouimet. Receivers in motion. Will fake and now it'll be snapped off. Goes to Chembe. Chembe try to push forward through the pile. He'll get stopped at around the 13. That'll be just near the first down marker. We'll see if they give it or not. And referees continue to want the players to get out of the pile.
Do we go for this here, Max?
It is 3rd down and 1. I was going to ask you the exact same question. 2:01 to go.
You know my answer. You know my answer.
And we'll see what comes out. And it is the jumbo package. Gianni Casati coming on to the field. They've been 2 for 2 when it comes to those short yard to gain 3rd down conversions. We'll ignore the trick play for now. But on those 3rds and shorts, they've been successful.
Oh, yeah. If the Villarreal did not get that touchdown on the last drive, I would say just kick the field goal here. But at this point, go for it. See what happens. You've been successful twice now.
Minute 45 and counting. 3rd down and about a yard. Casati with the snap will cut towards his left side. He'll run towards the end zone. Touchdown Stingers. Gianni Casati, 14-yard run for the touchdown, and the lead is cut in half. The flag is offside on Sherbrooke. That is declined, and Concordia is now an extra point away from making it a 20-13 deficit.
Wow, a punt returner getting in there for a touchdown on 3rd and short, making this 2-score game a 1-score game. What a massive play here for the Stingers. Gianni Casati stepping up to the plate when it matters most, and the Stingers are an extra point away from making this a 1-score game.
And Concordia versus Sherbrooke, it's not the first time that a 3rd down and short has led to a touchdown in favor of Concordia, as Sherbrooke in the past has been bitten by the 3rd down and short bug against the Stingers from a couple of years ago. We saw big runs from about midfield from Concordia going all the way to the end zone against Sherbrooke. And now this time 14 yards, but still Casati doing a good job finding the hole and go towards the left side for a touchdown. And now Concordia have officially, quote, nullified the pass drive from Sherbrooke and now are back down by only 7 points.
Yeah, and it could be a lot worse. You could have not converted on that 3rd and 1 there for the touchdown, but we've seen the highs and the lows, Max. We've seen Concordia convert it. We've seen them miss it. So at this point, you're 3 for 4 on those attempts. Do you keep going for it at this point?
Well, you're 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions, but on the short yardage to gain 1 and less yards, you are 3 for 3.
Yeah.
The Altursad fake field goal, it's a fake play that Collison wanted to try fake out Sherbrooke. It didn't work out, but apart from that, it has actually worked, the short down conversion. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, certainly not. And Concordia is going to look to keep that momentum rolling right here on defense.
So kickoff about to get underway, and it is underway. DeRosier gets it. He'll cut towards his right side, trying to find a hole. DeRosier will get cut off. Mendel Joseph on the tackle. He had the interception in the first half. Ball is placed at the 21-yard line, and that is where Sherbrooke will start their next drive.
Yeah, and this game, Max, has been a game of big plays. We saw the big play on the interception leading to a field goal for Concordia. We saw a massive play with Jeremy Fife on the scramble throwing a touchdown, and then we saw a big play there on the touchdown drive for Concordia. It seems like momentum just keeps going back and forth between these teams. Who's going to take it next? We don't know, but Concordia definitely looks like they have that juice right now.
5-1 receiver to his right, 3 to his left. Martel Joseph in at running back will fake the handoff. Fife will go towards the middle. That ball is caught and will be tackled at the 52-yard line. It is Cal-Emile Dubois-Ferrar on the catch and run. And a big play there from Sherbrooke, immediately pushing back on the play. Ball at the 53 officially for Sherbrooke, just before midfield and crossing to Concordia's side of field.
Dubois-Farrar looks unguardable today, Max. He really, really does. He's been so effective at getting open down the field in between the numbers, and another huge play on offense for Jeremy Fife and his Valréal team.
31-yard pass and catch. First down here, Martel Joseph will get the ball. He'll run towards his left side, and now he has a hole. Martel Joseph passes the 45, not the 40. Will get tackled at the 37-yard line. A big run for Martel Joseph coming into the second half at 68 rushing yards at about 15-ish. He's near the 80-yard mark. And it's a big run from Sherbrooke once again, and now they are in field goal range.
And we just talked about who was going to take that baton of momentum, and it's clear that Sherbrooke has it now. Two massive plays on offense for the Valréal, and they don't look like they're slowing down at this point.
There'll be one more play before the end of the third quarter. Fife with one receiver to his left. That is Dubois-Farrar. Three receivers to his right. Martin Joseph in at running back. Fife also has one fullback tight end in the backfield. Low snap. We'll just hand it off to Martel Joseph. He'll cut towards his left side. Martel Joseph breaks one tackle, and Mendel Joseph finally will get after him. It'll be second down and about 6 upcoming, but that is how the third quarter will conclude. Sherbrooke are in field goal range. Will they be able to convert is the question, as it's a 20-13 lead for the Valréal after 3 quarters of play.
What a quarter of football, I must say. So much action in the third in this game. It's been a treat here at Stinger Stadium. Concordia definitely has a run for their money right now if they're going to be in position to win this game. The Valréal now approaching the red zone. We'll see if they can convert in the fourth quarter. Right now their offense looks hot, Max. It really does.
It's second down and 4. They are in field goal range, so the best case scenario for Concordia is a turnover. The second best case scenario is hold them to a field goal and yes, make it a 2-score game, but a more manageable one instead of Sherbrooke scoring another touchdown, making a 14-point advantage again.
Oh, 100%. If Sherbrooke scores a touchdown here, it's going to be really hard for Concordia to come back because the touchdowns have not been coming for Concordia. They have their first in the third quarter, So
fourth quarter officially underway. It's second down and 4. Ball at the 31-yard line of Concordia. Jeremy Fife with 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Cesar in a running back. Fife will have to pass it quickly. Ball in the air, nobody home. And it is incomplete, and third down upcoming. Pressure was immediately driving on the way was Carter Souls. And his third down in the field goal unit is coming out for Sherbrooke. So no touchdown for Sherbrooke. It will be a field goal attempt from Jacob Lambert. He has been solid throughout this evening. And it will be a 38-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark for Jacob Lambert.
He's hit it from 47. He's hit it from 44, if I'm not mistaken. So 38 yards doesn't seem like much for this kicker. But Concordia, great job and not letting up a touchdown.
So third down, hold good, snap, good kick is up, almost blocked. But it is good for Jacob Lambert. And it's a 10-point lead, a 2-score lead again for Sherbrooke as they lead 23-13. 14-13 left in the fourth quarter, so still plenty of time for Concordia. And the fact that it was a field goal, you do want to get a touchdown here for Concordia, but after that, a field goal is manageable to come back and try to tie this game.
For sure, and if you're in that position again where you could settle for a field goal within 30 yards, I think here you take it because then you hope you get the ball back and go for another touchdown. Concordia has not lost the game yet. There's so much football left to play, and we saw Ouimet play some amazing football.
And he remains at quarterback for Concordia with 2 receivers to his right side. Those being Kaba and Oriola Poirier. Frank Chembe in at running back, and Elie Rivet, the wide receiver, to Ouimet's left. Ouimet with the snap, pressure coming, will roll towards his right side. Will pass it towards the right sideline, caught by Poirier. He'll break a couple tackles, still on his feet as Poirier will break past the 50 and will get tackled at the 53. A big catch and run by Oriola Poirier, and it's a first down for Concordia and a big play from them as well to start off their drive.
Ouimet is looking extremely impressive right now. He's staying composed. He's not afraid to leave the pocket when all hope is lost, and he makes another great throw.
First down for Concordia. 2 receivers to Ouimet's left. Now a third one in motion. 2 receivers to Ouimet's right. Chembe in at running back. Ouimet gets a snap. Will immediately pass it towards the right side. Ball is caught by Chamberlain. He'll get tackled at the 50. It will be second down and 3 yards to go, but Concordia is now in Sherbrooke territory.
Good play there by the Stingers, getting Chamberlain involved once again. So much receiving work for the running back, and you got to think Concordia is going to keep getting him involved there.
Well, they're actually, unfortunately for you, Blake, for your hope, Chamberlain is being subbed to the bench. Arthur Salvaille on. Salvaille does have a catch in this second half. One of the reliable targets Ouimet went to in that touchdown drive. So second down here, 3 receivers to Ouimet's left, 2 to his right. Ouimet gets the snap. We'll hand it off to Chembe. Chembe goes straight through the middle for a first down. It's about a 6-yard run for Frank Chembe, and the ball is at the 43, and a first down for Concordia.
Frank Chembe looked really, really hungry there for that first down. He came out of the backfield with so much speed, with a refusal to be denied. And Stingers, another first down. Looking good so far here in the fourth quarter.
I would say probably about 5 to 6 yards away from being in field goal range. It's first down at the 43. 1 receiver on the right side of Ouimet. That is Kaba. 4 receivers to Ouimet's left. He'll fake the handoff, roll to his right, give it off to Chamberlain. Will try a cross and continue on his feet, out of bounds. He will go, but not before collecting about 8 yards on the pass and run, on the catch and run, I should say. And it will be second down and short, but a good play there from the Stingers.
Good things happen when you put the ball in Chamberlain's hands, apparently, especially tonight against the Verreor. He's been so effective here, and Ouimet has recognized that, and he has looked so composed in the pocket and outside the pocket so far in this second half. Concordia rolling with their backup.
2nd and 1 officially. Looks like they'll be passing it once again, are Concordia, unless they leave it off for Frank Chembe. Chembe on the left side of Ouimet, 3 receivers set up. He'll go to Chembe. He'll just pounce forward, and it's another first down for Concordia. As the drive continues, ball officially at the 29. They are now in field goal range, so they can get at least 3 points back. But with how this drive is going, Blake, I don't think Ouimet and the offense are looking for a field goal.
No, they are not. This drive has been straight up methodical for the Stingers. A field goal won't be enough to satisfy them on this one, although it would be enough to make it a 1-score game.
Ouimet with 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Chembe in at running back. Pressure about to come here from Sherbrooke. Showing blitz. Ouimet gets a snap. Blitz coming. Ouimet has to go quickly. Will roll towards his left side. He'll go towards the end zone. Ball tipped in the air and incomplete. Pass intended for William Tremblay. Incomplete. Pass broken up by Philippe de Blois. And it's a second down and 10 coming up for Concordia. So trying to go for the home run ball there was Antoine Ouimet. It's a one-on-one coverage, but good defensive work by Sherbrooke.
Great defensive work by Sherbrooke. What a pass breakup. The ball was placed in a good spot, giving Tremblay an opportunity to get that one-on-one possession, but defense just made a good play. 2
receivers to Ouimet's left, 3 to his right. Chembe in at running back. Receivers in motion, and whistle sounds, and it's going to be a false start on Concordia. So they're going to back up 5 yards here. Remain in field goal territory, so they'll still have that, but it's now a second down and 15 with 9:49 left in this game. So ball officially on the 34.
Getting pushed back is not what you want right now for Concordia. They're so close to creeping up on that red zone, and now it's looking like they might have to settle for a field goal unless we could see some more late game heroics from Ouimet.
Chembe in at running back behind Antoine Ouimet. Yves Poirier on the left side. Ball snap will go to Chembe. Chembe continues to pounce towards the middle. Can he find the first down himself? Ball is spotted at the 20, so he will be short about a yard. And Blake, take it away.
I don't know, Max. I really don't know. I want to say go for it here, but the field goal is also crucial to make it a one-score game. I'm very, very curious to see what Concordia does here, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yep.
This is nuts.
They're still on the field. Ouimet going quickly here. Sherbrooke late to set. Ouimet takes the ball, will push forward, will dive for it. Does he have it is the question.
4 for 4?
It's going to be close. I don't know how much progress they're giving him. Ball is at the 19.
Wow.
And it's going to be first down. They'll say Ouimet got it. Granted, there is a yard separation by rule in U Sports Canadian football, so that probably helped Ouimet's case here because he did not get a lot of progress.
Did it ever. Regardless, Stingers fans have to be ecstatic with that play call. Super, super risky, but once again, it pays off for the Stingers. 4 for 4 on 3rd and 1 conversions.
Now the time keeps ticking here. 8:15 and counting left in this fourth quarter. Ball in the red zone here for Concordia.
If you don't get a touchdown here, you're just wasting time at this point. You need a touchdown or else the field goal could have given you a chance to get the ball back again later with more time on the clock.
3 receivers to Ouimet's right. 1 man in motion. That's Jean-Bernard. Ball will go to Chembe, and he'll get immediately wrapped up. Barely a yard gain, and now some more pushing and shoving. It's between Caba and Leroy.
Both teams want it bad, clearly here.
Sherbrooke
This is a big game.
Yeah, Sherbrooke can clinch a playoff spot if they win. Concordia, their season will remain alive regardless, but they still want to get a win here against Sherbrooke no matter what happens.
100%. Stopping your opponent from making the playoffs is almost just as sweet as making it yourself. So let's see what happens here. A huge play for the Stingers on 2nd down.
2nd down and 9. Ball at the 18-yard line. Ouimet gets a snap. We'll look towards the middle of the field. We'll pass it over. Wide open is Frank Chembe. Touchdown, Stingers!
Frank Chembe was open just at the right time, and we made great recognition there. He didn't force it into the end zone. He found his running back, who hasn't been playing the best out of the backfield in the run game, but in the receiving game, that's his 2nd big catch, and this one's for a touchdown.
18-yard catch and run for Frank Chembe. And Concordia 1 play away from making this a 3-point deficit. And Sherbrooke and Concordia, whenever it's at Concordia Stadium, always brings something special. And this game is far from over, as the extra point attempt by Maglioccio is good, and it's only a 3-point difference between Sherbrooke and Concordia with the kickoff upcoming.
Antoine Ouimet has looked surgical in this 2nd half, providing new life for Concordia, and now they're 2 points away, 3 points away from tying up this game. What a performance. This might be the best Stingers football we've seen all season.
And this is the biggest drive of the game for the Concordia defense upcoming.
It is, Max. It really is. They need a stop, and they need it bad. There's 7 minutes left in this game, so even if they don't get a stop, even if they do get a stop and aren't able to tie the game after, there is still time here, but a stop and a score would be optimal for the Concordia Stingers.
Moments away from kickoff here. Maglioccio will kick it away. Ouimet 11 for 12 for 140 yards, his longest 31 and a touchdown. As the kickoff is underway, Maglioccio kicks it. DeRosier will catch it around the 15-yard line. DeRosier will cut to his left side. Still DeRosier on his feet. Breaks a couple tackles. Now will get knocked over at the 35-yard line. And that is where Sherbrooke will start their next drive with 7:02 remaining in this game.
That was a good run. Great return, and Sherbrooke's in position now. They're 20 yards away from that halfway point on the field, and Concordia really needs to get a stop here.
First down upcoming. Something tells me Martel Joseph is about to get this ball again, and let's see if Concordia can recognize it.
It's time to run out the clock here for the Verreaux.
Jeremy Fife with 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right. Martel Joseph on the right side. Ball snapped, handed over to Martel Joseph. He'll find a bit of a hole, continues to push thanks to his offensive lineman, and the ball gets spotted at the 40-yard line. So 5-yard run. So not too bad, all things considered. It is second down and about medium. 6:28 and counting. Big play here upcoming for the Concordia defense.
This is a big second down. Second and a few yards here for the Verreaux, and this could be the tipping point in today's game, or tonight's game, I should say. The moon is out right now. I can't see it, but what a game. The lights are on. It's Friday night. Here we go.
3 receivers to Fife's right, 1 to his left. Martel Joseph on the right side of the Sherbrooke quarterback. Ball snap, Fife going for a pass. He'll go long towards the right side. Marc-André chases after it. Incomplete. And a flag is thrown. They're going to call, it looks like they're going to call pass interference on Jonathan Mambila. Mambila can't believe it.
And it wasn't even the sideline judge who called that. And the pass was thrown towards those hash marks on the right side. It was the referee in the middle of the field calling that pass interference.
And that's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and the ball is at midfield. 5:49 remaining.
I don't know, Max. I didn't see much of a pass interference there.
Looked like light contact, but if anything, Shaw does a good job selling it to the referee, and it's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and the drive continues on for Sherbrooke.
It's a huge break for the Verreaux.
Fife gets a snap, hands it off for Martel Joseph. He'll get immediately stuffed. Manages to push maybe for 1.5 yards. It'll be second down and long upcoming.
Concordia is going to have to take that energy and that anger from that pass interference and putting it into this second down here. They stuffed the run on first down. This is the biggest play of the game. They need to get the ball back, and they need it now. They need to score. It's now or never for the Stingers defense.
5 minutes left in this game, about 2 minutes away from the 3-minute warning, where it will give Concordia a bit more breathing room as the clock will stop every time the ball is down, but then it will have to wind as soon as the whistle goes. Sherbrooke taking their time here. Second down and long. Fife with 1 receiver to his left, 3 to his right. Martel Joseph in at running back. Fife gets the snap, and it will be a flag. It was a false start. That's going to be on Johan Gauthier. He's the one that went up on the far left side, and that's a 5-yard penalty on Sherbrooke. And that means it's second down and 14 upcoming for Sherbrooke.
Stingers fans' prayers are being answered right now. This hasn't negated the pass interference call just yet, but second and 14 is not a bad spot to be in for the Stingers defense. They need to make sure they stand strong because this is going to be a pass play.
Second down and 14. 2 receivers to Fife's left, 3 to his right. Martel Joseph will go to Fife's left side. Pass coming. Fife looking towards the left side. Now he'll go deep towards the middle. Can he find Buffer R? No, he cannot. Incomplete, no flags. And it's third down, and Sherbrooke will have to punt.
A ball don't lie moment for Concordia. They get it back now. You have 4 minutes to score a field goal to tie or a touchdown to win. Ouimet, do what you've been doing. Make smart passes, and the Concordia might win this game. Antoine Ouimet has been picking apart this Verreor defense, and if he could get that same production from his receivers on this drive, Concordia has a chance to tie.
Casati on the punt return. Ball kicked away by Lambert towards the left side. Flags on the play, so no matter what the return is going to be, it's going to be a hold on Concordia, so they will be pushed back even further. And now a late flag at the end of the play as well. We'll see who that's on. So one flag for sure is a hold on Concordia. The second flag will be interesting, though, as if it's roughing on Sherbrooke, then that's going to nullify it by 5 yards. So referees trying to unscramble everything that transpired with 3:47 left in this game. So we'll see.
These are the moments you wish for. The bright lights, a big crowd at home, and you have a chance to win this game.
So it's a hold on Concordia and roughing on Sherbrooke. So all in all, it's going to be a first down for Concordia and an extra 5 yards to where Casati caught the ball. So the ball is placed at the 25 officially. First down, Stingers. Elie Rivet, the lone receiver on the right side. Two receivers to Antoine Rivet's left. Marchand in at running back. Ouimet with the snap. We'll hand it off. It's Chamberlain, that's the running back. And he'll get knocked down at around the 30-yard line. So a 5-yard run to start off for Concordia. Second down and 5 upcoming.
So here's an obvious passing down play for Concordia. We'll see if they could get the ball to those playmakers, Chamberlain, Rivet, or Poirier. Who do you think it's going to be?
That's the big question. If Rivet has been the one for both Tremblay and Ouimet to go deep. However, you can go safe to Salvaille or potentially Saint Laurent if Ouimet so chooses. This will be the final play before the 3-minute warning. Ouimet with 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Pressure coming from Sherbrooke. Ouimet looks, rolls to his left. We'll try to pass it towards the middle. Incomplete. Salvaille could not reach it. Ouimet overthrows it on the left side. And it's third down. And with 2:52 remaining, it is the 3-minute warning. And we'll see what will happen. And it looks like Concordia will punt it away with 2:52 remaining. Plenty of time left, but cannot let Sherbrooke get a lot of first downs here.
No, definitely not. And you have to punt it here. You can't go for it on your own side of the field when you're only down 3. It's a ball game right now, and going for it and missing would give Sherbrooke a golden opportunity to extend this lead. So Concordia is going to need to get a stop here on defense.
So Nathan Pronovo comes in for the punt. It will be Dubois-Farrar on the return for Sherbrooke. Third down and 5. Pronovo waits for the snap at the 16-yard line. Concordia has to go quick. Snap good. Pronovo kicks it away. High kick towards the right side. Picked up by Dubois-Farrar. He'll cut towards this right and will go out of bounds. It will a flag on the play, most likely a hold on Sherbrooke. So that means we'll be pushed even further back. However, there is a Concordia player down on the ground for the Stingers. We'll see who it is, and hopefully they're okay. As Sherbrooke will start a bit further back, probably towards the 35, 30-yard line. So still a ways to go. So illegal block for against Sherbrooke. So the ball will be placed at the 35 of the Verreor. 2:26 remaining. Concordia has both of their timeouts if they so choose to use them. We'll see when they decide to use them. And getting back to his feet is the number 33 for Concordia. As we're about to get back underway shortly, that is Christopher Liberta, the long snapper that was down on the ground. So first down and 10. 2:26 left in this game. Martel Joseph in at running back. 2 receivers to Fife's left, 2 to his right. Fife gets the snap, hands it off to Martel Joseph. He'll get immediately stopped by Concordia. Good job on the first down run stop by the Stingers. It is second down, and now the big question, does Sherbrooke just decide to run it again or go for a pass for a first down?
I feel like if they want to ice the game out here, they have to throw the ball. Unless you have confidence in Martel Joseph, I mean, why wouldn't you have confidence in him? He's been playing so well in this game, but this is the biggest down of the game for both teams.
Freudian César is in at running back. Martel Joseph is on the bench. So does Concordia decided that means it's a pass coming. 3 receivers to Fife's right, 1 to his left. The lone receiver on the left side is Dubois Farrar. It's a pass coming. Jeremy Fife looking towards the left side. Pass is complete. Falling immediately to the ground is Calimid Dubois Farrar. And it's a first down for Sherbrooke. 1:56 remaining.
Dubois Farrar putting on an absolute masterclass tonight. He must have well over 100 yards at this point. He's been so good in the receiving game, and he's been the option that Jeremy Fife has been leaning on in those big moments. And a minute and 50 seconds left in the game. You got a crucial first down, and here's an opportunity to run out the clock.
So first test is complete by Sherbrooke. Let's see if they can convert another one here. Fife, low snap, hands it off to César. He'll break out for a couple yards. Will get pushed back at around the 50. So 4-yard run for César. Second down and 6. And now a timeout called by Concordia, their first of the second half. So they'll have 1 timeout remaining.
And it maybe would have been useful to call that timeout before that second down throw to Fahal. But in hindsight, you didn't know he was going to make that play. And a minute and 30 seconds left now on the clock for Concordia. They need a stop here, and they need it bad. 4 yards to go for the Verreal, and we're in the same situation we were just in before. They're going to pass it or they're going to run it. Seems like they might run it now with Martel Joseph in the game.
Second down and 7. A minute 31 remaining. The biggest play of the game comes up here. 2 receivers to Fife's right, 3 to his left. Martel César in at running back. Martel Joseph still not in for Sherbrooke. Receiver in motion is Corbeil. Fife will pass it, looking towards the left side. Pressure coming. He is sacked. Emilio Vidali gets brought down, and it's third down Sherbrooke, and they will have to punt it away.
Concordia needed a hero, and Vitali stepped up to the plate with a massive sack to put the ball back into the hands of the Stingers with a minute and 20 seconds left. It is a ball game, folks. 3-point game. Concordia with a chance to close this one out at home.
Timeout called by Concordia. As the special teams players were still trying to talk, Sherbrooke was ready to punt it away and catch him off guard. But it is third down. Concordia out of timeouts with a minute 24 remaining, down by 3. So it is 3-down territory the rest of the way for the Stingers. And the question is, where will they start the next drive? And for the special teams, a lot of the punt returns, there has been either illegal blocks or holds, so you can't get any penalties here if you're the special teams for Concordia.
You gotta hope that the Verreal just muff the punt here.
Lambert has been solid this entire game, whether it be from punts or field goals. It is third down. Lambert to punt it away. Casati in to return. Snap good. Ball is kicked up in the air. Lambert gets knocked over. No flag. And the ball will get kicked out. We'll see exactly where they spot it. Still moving is the line judge, and it's at the 35-yard line officially.
And the Stingers are lucky they didn't call a roughing the punter there, because that was a close one. You saw their guy limping off the field, and thankfully he's okay, and thankfully the referee didn't pull that flag. And now the Stingers with an opportunity on their 35-yard line, like you said, Max. No timeouts. This is big time for Ouimet.
Antoine Ouimet. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Frank Chembe in at running back, 1:16. Can the Stingers play hero? Ouimet looking for a pass. Will dump it off for Chembe. Chembe will cut towards the middle, still on his feet. Will get tackled at the 42-yard line. So a good first play from Concordia, but they'll have to go quick. 1:09. Everyone has to go quickly. Salvai recognizes that he has to be set. 1:06, second down at about 3 yards. Fakes the motion. Ouimet gets set. Blitz coming from Sherbrooke. Will get the snap. Will immediately pass it. Deflected, and it's caught by Kaba. Concordia gets lucky. It's a first down. 48 seconds and counting. Kaba was tackled in bounds. The Stingers have to go quick.
So far, everything Ouimet touches is turning into gold right now. That pass should have been intercepted. It wasn't. Concordia with a first down.
48 seconds. Ball whistled back into play. Ouimet gets the snap. Looking towards the middle. Will go towards the sideline. It's deflected. Incomplete. 39 seconds. So at least the good thing for Concordia is that the clock stops. But it's second down and 10. Ball at the 48 of Concordia. They need at least 20 more yards to get in field goal range for Dante Maglioccio.
And at this point, you're not punting anymore. The game is over if you don't score. You have 2 chances now.
Second down and 10. Kaba, miscommunication, and it's a false start on the receiver, Mamadi Kaba. And it's second down and 15 coming up.
The Stingers have an opportunity to show how they respond when their back is against the wall.
Second down and 15. Concordia can either go short and go quickly for try and get the third down, or go for it all. Second down and 15. Ouimet with 4 receivers to his left. Will get the snap. Looks immediately towards his left side. He'll roll. Still Ouimet. Looking. Will pass it over to the other side. Caught by Rivet. Cuts one tackle. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. Rivet towards the sideline. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Stingers! Elie Rivet gives the Stingers the lead with 23 seconds left.
Do you believe in miracles?
Wow!
What a heave! What a play! The run after the catch. This is the stuff you dream about at home on senior night. An opportunity to walk off with this touchdown. The Stingers are up 3.
23 seconds left. An extra point makes it a 4-point game. Sherbrooke does have 2 timeouts, so they still have some time here, but an extra point is crucial here by Maglioccio if he can convert. Ball is up, and it is good. A 4-point lead for Concordia. Antoine Ouimet almost mirrored to the play that Jeremy Fife did to Marc-André Shaw. Just this time, Ouimet went cross field, found Rivet. Kaba with a fantastic block in front of his receiver, redeeming himself after the penalty. And Rivet goes towards the right side. manages to stay in bounds and gets to the goal line for the touchdown.
Unreal.
What a moment.
Absolute tunnel vision for Elie Rivet when he got the ball in his hands. All he saw was the end zone, and he took it to the house. What a play. What a performance by the backup quarterback, Antoine Ouimet, coming out of halftime. Just unreal football, and the Stingers, we're not going to say it's an upset, but they're playing spoiler to the Sherbrooke Réal right now, and an opportunity here to close this game out on defense.
Kickoff, moments away. As mentioned, 23 seconds left. Sherbrooke still has their 2 timeouts. That is big to note. So they can try to go deep. They can stay with passes in the middle and call timeout and kill the clock. Maglioccio on the kickoff. Ball kicked towards the right side. DeRosier has to move after it. He'll get it at the 15. Cuts towards his left side. DeRosier is still with it. Will get tackled at about the 26. 17 seconds left. That'll be about 3 plays with the 2 timeouts if taken quickly from Sherbrooke.
And the Stingers were down 20-6 at one point in this game. 27-23 now the score in favor of Concordia. Now Sherbrooke, it's your turn. Back against the wall. How do you respond? Concordia's defense right now has to step up to the plate.
Jeremy Fife at quarterback. Does he go to Calumet Dubois-Farrar, his main target? 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Ball at the 26 of Sherbrooke. Corbeil in motion. Ouimet gets the snap. Look towards his left side. Pressure coming. Rolls towards his right. Fife still looking. 10 seconds on the clock. Fife decides to run. Will get tackled in bounds. Timeout called by Sherbrooke. Nelson Tawa II wraps up Fife with 8 seconds to go.
And Concordia could hear the bells ringing. They know they're close. 1 step closer to the playoffs. And what a performance now from the Stingers on defense.
Potentially 2 plays remaining depending on how fast Sherbrooke goes. They have 1 timeout left. If they pass it up in the middle for a good amount of yardage, it could give Jeremy Fife the chance to go for it all. Ball officially placed on the 28 of Sherbrooke. 2nd down and 8 yards. Ball on the 28. 8 seconds left. Concordia up by 4. Fife with 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Low snap. Fife looking, has to go quick. We'll pass it off to Corbeil. 3 seconds on the clock. He'll get tackled. Whistle will sound. The question becomes, was there time on the clock? We'll wait for the signal. Concordia is celebrating. They'll say 1 second left. They'll say 1 second left. 1 second left on the clock. They'll have one. Sherbrooke will have 1 more play. 1 second left on the clock.
And that was pretty close to being a fumble.
Corbeil was trying to lateral it, but he was tackled beforehand, and that was a good thing for Sherbrooke.
Concordia thought it was over, and now Jeremy Fife is going to have a miracle heave to win this game.
Timeout called by Sherbrooke. Jeremy Fife will try and play hero. There is at least 7 players of Concordia all the way back towards their own side of the field, starting at their own 40.
What a game, Max.
Concordia can keep their hopes alive and put themselves in a great spot for the playoffs. Fife with 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Martel Josephine at running back. This is the ball game. 4-man pressure coming from the Stingers. Ball snapped. Fife looking. We'll just dump it short. It's going to be a lateral game from Sherbrooke. Pass back will go to De Blois. He'll go all the way across. Ball steps up in the middle. Martel Joseph, it goes to alignment. He'll just flip it off himself. It's Martel Joseph with it. Has to wait for his players to reset. Now he'll fire across the middle. He'll be caught. Ball on the left side. It's De Blois Ferrar. He has some pace. He's at the 40, trying to leave it back. It goes out of bounds. And that is the ball game. Concordia wins by a final score of 27-23, thanks to a miraculous touchdown by Elie Rivet from Antoine Ouimet. Wow.
A game full of risks ended up absolutely paying off for Concordia. What a game. Brad Collison coached a wonderful game for the Stingers. The offense and the defense facing adversity every single quarter, stepping up to the plate, and ultimately you have your backup quarterback come into the game, poised, controlled, and leading the charge, and you have a win on senior night. Couldn't have pictured it any better if you're a Stingers fan to close out this season at home.
What a game. Concordia manages to take the win out of the hands of the Varéors de l'Université de Sherbrooke. We'll go straight into our post-game show here at Concordia Stadium. Maxime Cadet with Blake Saraga. Final score 27-23 in favor of the Concordia Stingers in a game where Sherbrooke were able to show their dominance on the run, but it was the defense that was able to stand tall for a good portion of the game. Yes, they allowed 23 points, but a lot of them were field goals at times, that at crucial times where it could have been touchdowns due to turnovers or 2 and outs from the Concordia offense. And you mentioned, Blake, the turnaround, the key moment of this game was when Antoine Ouimet was subbed in at quarterback to start the second half.
And you just can't help but praise the play of the backup there. You never expect to get into the game as a backup quarterback. You have to stay prepared and you have to stay ready, and clearly Antoine Ouimet has been ready. This game is an attestment to that. Threw for about 200 yards in this game. We don't have the final stats yet. He had 140 yards before that receiving touchdown by Rivet. So you know what? Just a game full of great plays. We saw the interception by Mendel Joseph. We saw the cross-body touchdown throw by Jeremy Fife. We saw the touchdown on the 3rd and 1 from Frank Chembe. And then we saw, by the punt returner. And then we saw a miraculous throw in the middle of the field that led to the game-winning touchdown. Just a game full of amazing plays, and that's all you could ask for as a football fan.
Concordia's next game is against McGill next week, in a situation where now heading into this game, Concordia was in last place. Now they sit in 4th, and McGill now is in last place. Sherbrooke stay in 3rd, as they do still get the tiebreaker, all things considered, due to the point differential between both games. However, Concordia now has a better route towards the playoffs and a 3rd seed instead of playing a 4th seed, especially if the Carabins are the 1 seed, the team that Montreal has had the most difficulty against so far this season compared to the Rougeards.
Yeah, and Concordia definitely has a tough road no matter which way you slice it in the playoffs, but you can't help but be happy with a win like this. You play the spoiler to the Sherbrooke Varéors. They thought they'd come in here and beat Concordia in their own stadium, and boy, were they wrong. The Stingers ended up with the win, and in such a great way.
And Sherbrooke, they can still make the playoffs, even despite this loss. You can either beat the Rougeards, which is a tall task, or McGill beats Concordia by a bigger differential than how Concordia won here. And how they won here was off a last-second interception in the end zone, where McGill was also close from stealing the game here themselves. So Sherbrooke will be scoreboard watching for that McGill versus Concordia game next week. That will be at Percival Molson Stadium. Blake, what a game. Thank you for joining me this evening. Sherbrooke, Concordia, the games just keep bringing it at Concordia Stadium. Never a dull moment. We want to thank you all for joining us this evening at Concordia Stadium. Final score, 27-23 in favor of the Concordia Stingers versus the Sherbrooke Varia. For my partner, Blake Saraga, I have been Maxim Cadet. For everyone at the production team, everyone at the stats team, we wish you all a good night, and we'll see you all next time.